Right, let's just check that we are technically up and running. So make sure this is working. Yes, it is. That's good. Twitch, I trust, will be up and running. That's the wrong one. Okay, where are we? Got different browsers now for different versions of everything. Okay, I think we're up and running. Great. Welcome, guys. We're back with Dwarf Fortress, finally. It's been a long time. I sort of wanted to just try to sort of get everything reset and sort of a bit calm. I was going to put it on my normal channel, but I'm now going to put this, because this will be an extended live stream, so I'll put this onto my at Daz Tactic Live on YouTube channel. So welcome if you're watching it on that particular channel. You're one of the few people who know about this channel. But anyway, I will probably put some notices up on my normal channel that there's now going to be more sort of extended play like these Dwarf Fortress sort of runs. A fair few things have actually happened in the game, of course. There's now we've got the big Dinosaur update, which has just come out. There is another big update coming. I'm not sure when that's supposed to come, which is going to be the magic update, and so we'll probably have to reset and restart when that one does actually hit. But in the meantime, let's just play with the dinosaurs. A fair few things actually to talk about before we actually really get into what's going on through here. You'll notice that I've deleted all my old stuff. I actually completely started from scratch because I was suspicious that my world generation file just wasn't quite working. By the way, let me just go across to that as well. And I'll just do a... it's just sort of... I was going to say it's a shameless plug, but is it if I'm actually not charging for it? I guess it still is. Shameless plug for my for what we're going to be playing today, which is... actually, if I log out... I just updated it literally a few minutes ago. Not sure how I log out here. Anyway, if I go to the shop, this will be the way to do it. In the shop, we have Daz Tactics Dwarf Fortress World Generation settings. So this has just been updated literally a few... hi, AW Shrug. This has just been updated literally a few minutes ago. So click on this one. I don't know if you get a message if you've actually already bought one, like as in bought one for $0. Just put 0 in there if you want to grab this one. It is for free. Of course, if you want to throw me a cup of coffee, that's fine as well. I certainly won't complain about that. In this case here, what we've got is we've got a few different extra... The base game, I've tried to keep the base game world generation settings in there as well, and I've gone through now with the new version and updated when you actually bring this one in, it brings all the originals in, but at the very top it brings Daz Fantasyland, Daz Evil Island, and Daz Small and Savage, and so these have been now updated with the new game settings, and really there's only really one big change. And here we go. We've got Klingzog already Desdemptioning a new dwarf. Yes, there will be. We'll start off with 7 dwarves and we'll get into it. I'm thinking of also, before I get started, actually, is just going to the mod directory. And there is actually another mod that I was wanting to pick up and sort of bring back into the game. So we might do that before we get started. A couple of mods, actually. So anyway, let's continue on. So this one gives you a few other things where the world is a lot more aggressive, and I've updated it now for the dinosaurs, and there's also a new preference location. This is really important if you are if you've sort of been playing with a prior version of the game, and so just make sure that it knows where to look for your preferences, and I'll show you where both locations actually are, just so you can actually be aware of them. It used to be that everything was self-contained within the actual Dwarf Fortress location. It's no longer there. So your save files, everything sort of now goes off into a different location. So just be aware of that. So I've changed the installation instructions. So open your prefs directory. On Windows, it's either in App Data, Bay 12 Games. Now, if you're sort of not really used to knowing what app data is and how that one sort of then goes and works, I'll show you other ways of getting there so that you can actually just go straight there to sort of just replace the file. So essentially you download the file that's in here, and there should just be a download button. Once you put that in there, get it now basically. But this You then just replace the worldgen.txt file. Now, if you, for example, you want to go back to vanilla, just delete it, and it will actually, it should just update because it's just a preference file. So it should just go back to vanilla anyway, but it's got the vanilla stuff in there, so don't worry about that one. Just start the game and enjoy. Now, to find that particular directory, if you don't know where to look for it, now in this case, I've just deleted all my save files, so we've got a completely blank run at this. In your mods directory, if you have any mods, you can do it this way, where you can actually then go and click on the actual mod. Now, I've got Sizzlin's Justice mod installed. If you don't have any mods, if you've already got a save game, click on that, because that's where they'll live. And so if you just go and click on this one for here, for example, it will take you to App Data, Roaming, Bay 12 Games, Dwarf Fortress, and in this case, mods. Just go and click back on Dwarf Fortress, double click on Prefs, and there's your WorldGen file there, which is the one that I've just generated and created. So you'll notice that the other ones sort of update when the game basically loads in. Where it used to be, just so that you can sort of see it, because it still, I think, defaults back to the original location if it's still actually in there. What I did in my Steam directory, because I was suspicious, because it was my old files weren't actually updating with the new dinosaur stuff. And I was trying to find where on earth it was. It took me like 20 minutes to sort of figure out that I actually my world generation file preferences were not in the best spot. I'll just go into my Steam library, into Common, and so what I did was I basically did a Dwarf Fortress old with so I sort of just renamed the directory and then got it to verify the files, so it would actually just bring in the new files. So the new Dwarf Fortress files only has data and licenses inside it. The old one, like when all the stuff was in there, and this is actually just worth having a bit of a look, it's got all these other things as well. And so these all come in, so you've got heaps of stuff, all your old save files, stuff like this, which is no longer where the game actually keeps anything. But if you've got a prefs file in here, this is actually where you're going to end up. Actually, there's my Embark profiles. I might save that, I think. I might just bring that across. So if I'm trying to find the other one again, I'll just go Control-N while I'm in here. I'll just quickly throw that one in there. So if I just go across to, if I just go %, and that is a faster way of doing it, but I can't remember the quick way of doing it. App Data. Once you go into that directory, it's going to go into roaming already. Bay 12 Games, Dwarf Fortress, Prefs, and because I haven't saved any Embark profiles, that one's still just sort of sitting out there. Now the interface and knit, that's the only one. Yeah, that's the only extra one. So I'm just going to throw that one across there as well. That will just copy. That way at least I've then got them for the start if we need them. Okay, so Dwarf Fortress, it's Fortress Friday. Of course, it is actually a Fortress Friday. What am I thinking? This is actually, this is when we used to do it. So it's good. Anyway, that's you want to get into this app data area. This is where all your preferences will end up living. If you end up let's just say if I do anything in the game and save something, it will end up in here essentially. So my world generation file is the one that's actually now on that particular one. Let's just click on Done. And we'll just quit for a second because I do want to go back in. I'll just minimize that. So I'm just going to open up Steam, and there's another one that I was thinking of trying to get, another mod that I thought looked pretty cool when I was having a look at it. I'll just go to Library, Dwarf Fortress, Workshop. So this Prepare Carefully has only just come out, and it looks pretty cool. I'm not sure how it works, but anyway, it just when I saw it, I thought, oh, that actually looks like it would be an interesting one. So we've got, now that's the old way of doing it, wasn't it? Just see what the images are as they come up. This is taking a bit of time. I'm not sure why it's flipping around all over the place there. So you've got dwarves, items. Yeah, that's all. That's what it used to be. What is different here? Oh, you can change that there. Is this really going to be all that helpful? Is it really going to be all that helpful? I better prepare carefully. Settings, so bulk, click, setup, hold, repeat, setup. You know, I don't think we need it, to be honest. I think it's a bit of a time saver, I guess, but it's not really essential. The other one that I have put in is like a more detailed justice system, which I thought looked pretty good. So there's a whole lot of mods in here, and I just looked at this one here and thought, yeah, that one looks pretty good. Like when I actually looked at it. I'm not sure about the others. There we go. So we've got Klingzog. We've now got Resmelin as well. So getting a few different people now sort of reserving their dwarves for when we get started. So we're going to be playing with the dinosaur mod. In fact, if we just go back out there again, we'll just go to the library. So major update, basically the Dino update is out now. So this is Dwarf Fortress patch 53.15, and a DF hack is also updated as well. So that's the other thing, by the way, guys. If you run Dwarf Fortress ever, do not run it without actually also having installed a DF hack, which is completely free. So so download DF hack. You won't regret it. It seriously makes the game so much more approachable. There's a lot of tricky things you can do with DF hack, but ultimately it really does make your life easy, or easier. It's a complex game. It's so much more approachable with DF hack running in it as well. And so this is actually put together by a group of enthusiasts. And DF hack actually is not part of the base game, but they work very closely with the devs. So it's basically a mod. It's essentially a modding system for the game, but it does have a lot of little helpers that help enormously. So you definitely want to have DF hack running as well when you do play Dwarf Fortress. Now, because I've completely revised everything that was in my game, I'm not sure if where DF hack will actually now start to try to put its settings. So we may have to sort of reset our settings for that one. We'll see how we go. There we go. So AW Shrugger saying DF hack for the win. It really is. It's incredible what it does do. Okay. So Supreme Playing says, Daz, you still do marble runs? I have. It's funny, I've got a cozy marble demo right here, actually, which I was going to do a video on. That's just a demo, though. But I quite like that. It's quite good fun. But I haven't actually done a chat tactic for a while. I keep on thinking I really should go and start to do them again. But I just haven't done one for months now. I do mean to keep on coming back to that. Anyway, let's go back into Dwarf Fortress. So we didn't end up getting that second mod. And if we just go back into mods, so we do actually have Sizzlin's Justice mod in through there, which just is you can see that I quite like the idea of these DF hack overlays. And so this is a useful DF hack overlay. This is a mod. If DF hack is a mod, this is a mod for DF hack to make DF hack work a little bit better, which is good. So I quite like the idea of that one there. But the way we're not really changing the base game, we're just changing DF hack. Okay, so it's been playing saying one sip of beer each time that the word aquifer is mentioned. Yes. Anyway, I've gone through, one thing I have gone through and done is have a look to see what the settings are. Maybe I'll just do a bit of a deeper dive in here just in case you're sort of interested. If I go to create new world, it says Dwarf Fortress, prepare to guide your stout charges to fortune in a world fraught with many perils, blah, blah, blah. If you are playing this is the sort of like just the quick and easy sort of get into the game. This is the new stuff, real world extinct creatures. So you've got like 5 different things in through here now. Where you've got extinct, isolated, untamed wilds, any wilderness, or domesticated. So with these particular ones, actually I'll just go to mods because the Justice mod is not installed yet. I'll just throw that one in there. I did actually have some other ones which were language mods, but I've actually gotten rid of them because they were interfering with the vanilla mods. So I don't want to. If you ever get an error message or warning message come up, I would ditch the mod that's creating that message. So in this case, Sizzling's Justice mod is not doing any sort of problem in through there. I'll just go back to main menu, just go back into create new world. So this is sort of like the main way that people set the game up. If you are playing this way, there's a few things I would highly recommend. Don't play 100 years. The game is The first 100 years or so really is just establishing the initial setup for the civilizations. It's after that that you then start to get your criminal gangs, your vampires, your necromancers sort of start to become more powerful. They start to create special books and things like that. I would definitely be playing either 250 years or 500 years, one of those two, not 100 years. It's just not long enough for the, I guess, for the flavour of the world to kick in. I wish that 250 years was the default, to be honest, for this one through here. Number of civilizations is fine, number of sites is fine, number of beasts is fine. So if you're playing this way, again, it's just going to be a fairly simple way to play. Now, the real-world extinct creatures, you've got 5 different settings in through here. So extinct just means that they're not in this world. So it's as if this update it never actually took place. So, oh, there we go. So AW Shrek saying, found the Daz Tactics shop on Ko-fi. Coffee. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, it should just it's just ko-fi.com/DazTactic. You'll find the shop there. Right, so real-world extinct creatures, that just means they're gone. If they're isolated, they live in little pockets of dinosaurs. Now, there's not just dinosaurs. There's things like dodo birds and stuff like that. They've taken it from all sorts of different epochs there's over 100 of them, 100 different types of extinct animals, really. They're just extinct animals. Untamed wilds is the default. And so when you've got, there's 3 levels of savagery in the world, and the untamed wilds essentially is the highest degree of savagery. So anything that comes out of the high degree of savagery, you could have dinosaurs or extinct creatures in there. Actually, so W. Shrug is saying there's probably a link on Daz Tactics Twitch page somewhere, but I couldn't see it. There should be. Certainly it's on the YouTube side of things. What I'll do is I'll just go and place it in here actually. So kofi.com/DazTactic. There we are. There's the link to if you do want to pick up that World Gen file. I've also got like other auto build files in there as well for Dwarf Fortress if you sort of want that. It does make life a bit easier for you that way as well. I'll probably have to bring that in at the time just to sort of get those to, because it can be a pain in the ass trying to sort of set things up. Yep, so Sick is saying I use those build files. Thank you. Yeah, no, and the good work orders. Yeah, I haven't actually put them in this. I've got a completely vanilla version now, so I may have to sort of go back and load them in when it's time for us to do that. Anyway, so just continuing on. So any wilderness, so you can have dinosaurs. If you do it this way, then any wilderness at all will actually then sort of, you can have dinosaurs roaming everywhere. And domesticated means that you end up, so many civilizations keep them as pets and work animals. So you start to see them as beasts of burden and stuff like this. Anyway, Untamed Wilds is the default. For my settings that I've got through in the detailed mode, which we'll have a look in just a minute. Oh, sorry, the mineral occurrences. Everywhere is too much. It really is. It's one of the fun things about playing Dwarf Fortress is trying to figure out ways when you don't actually have all the minerals that you think you need. And so I always recommend sparse as being probably the best setting for that. So for me, that should be the default, I think, to play the game. So if you are playing it, that's my recommendation. But if you do want to play with my mod or with my settings, just go into detailed mode and you'll see that there's different drop downs. Now, the first 3 are the ones that I've actually added to the game. The other ones are the default as of the time that we're recording. I literally just downloaded it, changed the settings so that they updated to all these other ones. So large island, medium island. Now so you've got regions, you've got all sorts of different bits and pieces. So Fantasyland is, like for these 3 up through here, these are more aggressive, slightly more cold. The North Pole is always the cold pole in all of these. Sick is saying redeem name of character. So for my redeem name, can I be military? I don't know if I can actually. I don't tend to honour requests for specifics in Dwarf Fortress simply because it's there's so many that actually hook into it. I'll see how I go, but yes, it's sort of more just because it just ends up being a bit of it's sort of like first like whatever the first rungs are that sort of come off the when we actually get into the game, which it does shuffle them around a little bit. So it's a fair way of doing it. Anyway, but we will have to go in with 2 military with this particular one. So we've got Dad's Fantasyland in through here. This one is a little bit more benign, but it is a little bit more, I guess, sort of fantasy driven. The Evil Island is actually one where the settings are much more aggressive. So there's a lot more forgotten beasts. There's a lot more sort of titans and things like this. So that can be aggressive. I might just play with the Fantasyland. It's still more aggressive than the base game, but not a hell of a lot more. There's a few little extra things. Now, if you are looking at this, just to make sure that you've actually got it, you'll sort of find that there should be, just underneath the north, where the hell is it? I haven't had a look for this one. These are all the different settings that you can then, this is really all it's doing, is just changing different sorts of settings back and through here. The pole, yeah, no, so it's just North Pole there. There should be, yeah, real world extinct creatures. And so this is where you can, like the range is from 0 to 4, and depending on which number is in there. I've left it on Untamed Wilds because the thing with these fantasy, all of these different settings, I've pushed the weighting of the Untamed Wilds right up anyway, so they're sort of all over the place. So there's a lot more necromancers, a lot more things like that in this particular game, but there is also a lot more of the Untamed Wilds. So for me, I think Untamed Wilds is a good balance for where these dinosaurs are going to be coming through. But that's actually what they're setting for the Untamed Wilds when you go through into a deep dive. By the way, just feel free if you sort of think, oh, actually, I would prefer to be playing a certain way. Just go and change. Like if you do go and tweak this, you can just go and go and click on the save and basically just sort of save it as a new name, like even a new parameter set, and then just save a name in through there, and you'll end up with your own settings. So it's fairly easy to do that one there. Dinosaur Fortress, there we go. Yes, hi orangutans. All right, let's get into it, and I think I'll play Fantasyland, which is actually not as aggressive as Evil Island, which is what I normally play Evil Island, but I sort of I just want to. I think this way we'll get more civilization sort of kicking in here with this particular one. So let's just go and create world. Oh, our mods. I do want to make sure that's included with this particular run. So I'm just loading the mod in. It'll then just come up in the bottom of the actual mod itself. This is that mod we were talking about before. So we'll go and create world. And so this will, I forget how many years this one generates for. Might be 250 or 300 or something like that. So it's just loading in all of the different settings for the world. And now it's trying to find a viable island. And it's now sort of set up. Now this one, I just want to double check. If that's an island off on its own, I'm going to redo it. So is it WASD? Yeah, that's an island off on its own. It's too big a place. There'll be too much going on there. So that's not ideal for me. I'll just go back to the main menu, create new world, do the same thing again. Sorry about that. Fantasyland, mods, throw that in there, and yep, that should be okay. And I think it was already sort of set up in there anyway. It did say it was. So we'll just go in and create world. Do it again. Don't want to have isolated islands. Isolated islands can't be reached by any of the civilizations. So if you end up with a civilization on an isolated island, they're going to not be able to participate in the game. So what we see through here, I might just do a bit of a pause here. So we get to year 100, and then we'll have a bit of a look. There we go. So we'll just pause there. A few little things you'll sort of see down through here. So clams are struck down by a goblin in Ruled Menace. In the Midsummer of '83, the Forest Titan, so Rubel Pear Mountain, the Shore of Coast was struck down by a human. So this is where we're starting to sort of see different things. In the mid-summer of '89, the Savannah Titan. So a Titan is a forgotten beast that lives on the surface. So we start to see these sorts of things. Routed the monsters of locking it. So it actually destroyed Speaker's Courage, which was, there'll be somewhere in the map, there'll be this location, Speaker's Courage. And so it will live somewhere out here. There will already now be a ruin in here somewhere. There's a whole lot of volcanoes up there. Again, this build creates a lot more volcanism in the actual map itself. It's got we should see different civilizations. See, at turn 100, the goblins are just starting to expand in this sort of swampy little area. There's some humans, is it? Or are they? What are they? No, they're dwarven hillocks. So there's a dwarven civilization in the far south. There's more goblins just sort of settling in through here. Elves are down this west coast with goblins as well. There's humans down along this way as well. So humans have sort of set themselves up. There's another dwarf fortress back over here as well. So they're sort of setting up right next to some goblins. So nothing much has happened yet if you only play 100 years. So let's just continue generating. And we'll see them building up. There's all the elves being built up in the middle through here. Goblins are sort of expanding now through their waterways. We should start to sort of see evil areas. Evil areas are the brownish tinges, so we'll see a little bit more of those. The Evil Island setting has got like a lot more evil in it than the fantasy settings. There's a Necromancer Tower back over there, I think, which has now sort of created like a little evil area. So we're now up to year 160. So a lot more is happening. It takes like 100 years, nothing happens. Really nothing happens. We'll start to see books being written. Some of these books will be sort of magical books. Yep, so there we go. The Seduction of Turquoise was founded... Oh, sorry, that was a group, just finding a different location. So we're sort of just getting snippets of history coming from here. I love this. I just love how detailed this actually all is. Look at the goblins now really expanding through out of this particular region. There's no dwarves up in here. So they're all just thumping along us now. 200 years. Now it's about the time when you're going to start to sort of find criminal gangs, and there's going to be sort of like a lot more nuance. There's another Necromancer Tower in there. That Necromancer Tower has collapsed. I'm not seeing much more evil on this. This one is not as evil as the other one. Then, of course, we have to figure out where we're going to start, what we're going to be doing. What's our mission? We need a mission. There we go. Began's redeemed one as well. Of course, Began's characters always die very fiery or violent deaths in this game. If there's a forgotten beast to be found, he'll find it. So we're up to 239. So we're seeing now there's a lot more interplay between the actual civilizations. By the way, it should tell us we're in the Age of Myth at the moment. The Age of Myth is where the forgotten beasts are prevalent. So we've still got a lot of forgotten beasts around. We're now at the year 250. It's going to go to 300, I think. So, and the longer you let the history run, the better interplay you're going to have with the world. So it is a good way to do it. If this Age of Myth changes to Age of Legend, it means that or it's one of the other names, it means that something else is actually now sort of, has become more prevalent than the Forgotten Beasts. But in reality, this civilization is sort of kicking along. You'll see it hasn't really sort of grown a hell of a lot more since that time. There should be more ruins and things. Look at the stuff in through here. The roads. There's all roads being built everywhere down through here now for the humans, up through here as well. Hi Lucio Gaming, how you going? And retired Navy vet saying, having trouble with too many deaths in a tavern. Is there a way to curtail the violence? What, in reality? Not just locking it, just blocking it off. Basically, you can actually have two taverns. If you're finding it's outsiders causing the issue, you could create two taverns and try to keep things separate. Oh, there's a dragon. Okay, someone just killed a dragon. We're up to year 300 now. I'll just see how long it goes. It should be stopping around about the year 300. I'm hoping. There we go. So it's now just, so we've run 300 years of history. There's been nearly 500,000 events, so an abridged chronicle events totaled. So nearly 500,000 different historical events have happened already in the game. Before we even get started, this is where this game is just next level. Like, it's just unbelievable. The only other game that comes close to it is Shadow Empire. That's really in terms of the setups. We're seeing a few little, like this is a terrifying area. This is a tower. You can sort of see there we've got a tower. So there's a few different interesting locations. Let's just keep the world. We can play right away. I guess we'll just play right away. So actually someone killed a rock as well. These are sort of like monstrous creatures. It's offloading. Actually, before I do that, I do mean to export everything, just so we can actually have the exports. So Lucio Gaming is saying, is this when you normally stream? I've watched some of your Dwarf Fortress VODs on YouTube, but haven't managed to catch a Twitch stream before. Yes, this is usually my streaming time, most days. So Supreme Flag is saying, I wonder, Necromancer's going to go crazy with reanimating brontosaurs in this one. Actually, should we play an animating biome? That would be, I don't know if I've got that many in this setup. Anyway, it's still just saving all those histories and stuff. Now, if we go to Legends before we get started, just load in these 500,000 different events, and we'll export the XML. Now, this here is one of the DF hack little buttons, so I'm just going to go and do that one, and it's now exporting the XML for what we've just generated, which is really cool. Like, it's just a nice way of getting so we can actually run the histories through a browser essentially, which is quite good. It takes a long time to export them. So Lucia is saying, have horrible luck managing to get reanimating biomes. I swear it's only like 1 in 10 evil embarks for me. Oh, okay. There's a way of testing it, and I'll just wait for this to finish exporting. It does take a long time. There's a lot of stuff. So we've got like 55,000 historical figures, 1,100 sites, 265 artifacts, scrolls and things. There's been 10,000 books written at this stage, heaps of regions in the world, underground regions, civilizations. There's 2,500 civilizations and other entities, 1,000 structures, and only one chronicle, which was the Age of Myth. We didn't get out of the Age of Myth. So with the, if you are playing with my world gen settings, you will find it easy to find the animating biomes. So we'll play on an animating biome, but we'll make sure it is actually animating first. Just got to wait for this exporting to finish. It does take a long time. It's got to go through basically. It rejigs all of these, everything that was generated into a monstrously large XML file. I mean, how aggressive do we want this one? This particular world gen may not be the best one for this. We may have to go to Evil Island settings, which have got a lot more dangerous biomes in it. We'll see how we go. There we go. It's now done it. So we'll just go and click on done. We'll now start adventure mode, or fortress mode. Sorry. So what we'll do is we'll have a bit of a look. If I don't save quickly, I get to sort of basically come back at the start again. So let's just find ourselves a start, and we'll just do a quick start initially, and then we'll come back and do a proper start. So what we're going to try to do is trying to locate an animating biome. So if you're trying to find one, quick start, I'm just going to go and skip the tutorial, or you're on your own, okay, that's fine. And so what we're looking for is, if you're playing the standard game, it's going to be very hard to find them. You're looking for sort of like brownish tinges. See how this is haunted? Animating biomes have to come from like either haunted, terrifying, or I forget what the other one is. There's 3 levels of the evil. So there's a lot of evil down there right next to this dwarven civilization. If you try to see how there's a tower here, which is terrifying. This is not an animating biome, even though there's a necromancer tower right there. This is the actual when there's an artificial haunting of a location. In this case, this particular location has got this necromancer tower, and so this area through here, you can see its surroundings up there is saying terrifying all the way through. These are not going to animate. They're just not because they create their own evil. The animating biome has to already be there from before you start. So towers are not going to give you what you want if you're wanting to try to get reanimation. I mean, the necromancers will do that, but not inside this. This evilness is just slowly seeping out through the world. So that's actually that one through there. So wherever you find pockets of evil with a tower, there's a tower there, for example, you're not going to find it. What we're looking for, though, is just basically anything in that sort of brownish tinge. And you can see there, this particular world doesn't have a real lot of it. There's a little bit, no, even that's not it. That just happens to be the colour of the desert that happened to be there. There is a haunted location there. I don't think there's any ruin there. There is a, yeah, that's haunted there. That one may have it, like it's, there's just a little pocket. So you could start in one of these and sort of see if it's actually animated. We may not have enough locations that are actually evil. The surroundings have to be that purple colour or that pinky sort of magenta colour. But to test it, so just go into an actual location. Just go to Embark, and we'll just embark in here. So it's got a heavy. I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to sort of show. I'll just go confirm. Now this is the Embark that I brought across. I'll just go with basic military. I'll just go and load that one in. That's okay. Escape. And I'm just going to embark straight away. I'm ready. I'm not going to worry about all this stuff. So we're not going to be playing with these. I just want to see what's going to happen in here. Now, when you come in, if you come into like one of these sorts of biomes and you see living trees, like this is a dead soybean plant, dead broadbean plant, dead hemp plant, dead bayberry. If it's coming in where everything is dead already, that's a good chance you're going to find. So if I scroll up, there's no tree, there's no leaves. This is just a haunted forest that we happen to be in. So this is a good candidate for an undead biome. The fact that we've got dead trees everywhere is a good sign. You can also have haunted and terrifying locations where they're not dead. If you find that they're not dead, then it's not going to be a reanimating biome. So there's a good chance this is actually we've happened to sort of lucked out with an animating biome here. If that's the case, we may even come back and play in here because, but we won't do it with this particular group just yet. So if I go through to my creatures, that's a citizen. I'm going to get my head back into how to play the game. Go back this way and just go into other. There's nothing else there just yet. The other way you can very quickly sort of test it is to get your guys to quickly build or to start to sort of chop down different things. Let's just chop down some trees. Just get this stuff done. And we probably, just get that one done. I'll just let them do their stuff. I think we need that. All right, and at that point, we're then just going to go across into place structures, workshops, and we're just going to create a butchery. So this is just to test it before we even get started. That's going to be under farming and then butcher. Alright, let's butcher this llama. Again, I've forgotten how to do this. Can I do it any other way? No, I'm going to have to do it in here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? God, my mind's gone completely blank as to where to do this. Work orders, is it? It won't be under work orders. I was sure I could just go in and butcher the animals straight away. I know I can. I thought I could click on them and do it. Okay, so let's just see if we. Oh God, where is it? It's not going to be under any of this stuff. It was one of these, I'm sure. Overview, items, health, skills, no, rooms, labor. Not sure. I mean, it's so where would it be? Where would it be? What about this one here? Low stamina. Oh, it's still not it. It must be one of the work orders that we've got. If we go into, actually I can do it through the pets menu, I think. There we go. So we're just going to go to the stray yak, or stray llama, and we'll just go and butcher it straight away. So it's going to be ready for slaughter, so we'll just go and do it in this way. Sorry about that. Now that's been butchered. I've now got all this llama stuff. And we'll just leave it sit there for a minute and just see if everyone runs away after a few minutes. No, nothing yet. Can take a little while. Flies are around. So this looks like it may not be an animating biome. The fact that the dead stuff hasn't come back to life yet. Now, if that's the case, that means that everything in this biome is not animating. Yeah, I think it would have. It doesn't come back immediately. You have to give it a little bit of time. There are any creatures on the map? No, there's not. There was nothing sort of floating around. I can have another look. I mean, we found ourselves a turtle over there. So if the vermin won't be animating, but any animals will. So if we just go back to other. Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, these are just wild animals. So these have come into the actual location. If these aren't dead, it means it's not reanimating either. So they can still wander in off an edge. Like if I just go back and press escape and quit without saving, so just go quit, that is not a reanimating biome. So if we just go and start in an existing world, and click on this one again. So that location, and there's no point going next to it in the same location. That whole biome means it's not a reanimating biome. If it was, those creatures would have been dead. They would have been undead coming in. Now just remember, undead creatures are 3 times as strong. Maybe we start an Evil Island run. If we're going to do undead, it probably would be good. This game is unfortunate. Hopefully I haven't cursed you with my bad luck. Well, it should be a 50-50, but just make sure, A, that you're not looking at a tower, and B, that when you go there, skip the tutorials, click on OK. When you do go there, sorry, just go back this way. Where was it? It was in this little location in here. This whole area is the same. You can see there, this is the jungle of aquamarine. This is actually the biome. It means that whole, including this over here, this is still all it's still all the same biome. So, jungle of aquamarine is none of that is going to be reanimating. So we need to find other locations that are also evil. There's another haunted one there, the ungodly jungle. This is heavily forested, so this one may be one. If we just go Embark, we can just test. So this is actually called something completely different, the ungodly jungle. Embark. And we just now, if I go and click on the edge here, like where we've got something that can come in off the edge, things can wander in off that northern edge, which means that they could. Like, if I go into here, where I'm completely surrounded, anything that does wander in, I'll know will actually be from this biome. Whereas if I go up to here and just sit on the edge, they can wander in off these other locations. But it's these locations here we want to just go and confirm. Basic military at this stage. There we go. Press escape. Embark. I'm ready. But usually if a creature wanders in, just go and click on OK and just pause there for a second. So this is, see how it's not dead? There's nothing dead in here. This is all alive. It's not an animating biome. If I just to double check, if I just go back across to other, nothing's come in just yet. But this is also not animating. So that's not going to be reanimating. So we'll just go back and quit without savings. So unfortunately, it does take a little bit of time to find these locations, and particularly if you've got like a normal type of location. This one, we don't have enough evil locations to really be able to find it. Maybe we do start again. So Castle site is saying, how's the new patch? Haven't got a chance to really dive into it. Yeah, I haven't yet either. So we're just really just trying to find ourselves a start at this point in time. So just let itself go in. We'll try one more time here, and if not, I will go and set up like one of the other starts, the Evil Island starts. So this is the Fantasyland start, where it's nowhere near as evil as the other start that I've got. All right, skip tutorial. Okay, and it's terrifying up there, but there is actually a tower there, so that doesn't count. So it's not going to give us what we want. These starts also generate like a lot more volcanoes than what the base game will start. I tend to like playing in the cold areas of the map. There's Sinister in there, that's the other one. This is the least of them, but this is coming from a tower. There's a human tower there, so again, doesn't count. I don't think we've got any real evil locations, you know. Looking at this world just, and this is what standard of what happens in the game, is it doesn't generate as much evil. It's haunted, but there is a tower there again. So most of the evil has come from towers. They're the only two locations that I can find that are naturally evil in this world. That's all tower as well. There is a lot of necromancer towers. So, you know, it's still a fun one to play. There's a volcano sitting down over here, for example, which would be fun to play. But it's not actually, what have we got down here? No, that's all just wilderness. Yeah, just looking for that discoloration. It's sort of, yeah, it's not, we're just not going to find it on this world, I don't think. No, it's just all untamed wilds, basically. So that's not going to do it for us. So let's just quit out of there. We'll just return to the title menu and we'll create a new world. So again, go into detailed mode, and with that sort of that settings that I showed you at the start, where you can actually then go and pick up these. What we set up was Daz Fantasyland. Let's now go and set up Daz Evil Island. So this is going to be the one where there's a lot more evilness in the actual, game itself. How many years? 300 years. That's fine. That's going to give me a good run with different things. So let's go and create the world. So this is like Fantasyland, like the Daz Fantasyland. This is actually a setting with a lot more evil in it. So this is actually a lot more dangerous. Civilizations can struggle in this particular one. So it's rejecting build after build. But we'll see there's going to be a lot more discoloration throughout. Like all of this is evil. So all of this is evil. There's just heaps of it everywhere. And so we're at turn 100, year 100 at this stage. And there's an evil volcano. I get so drawn to volcanoes. Like you can see they're all over the place. This particular run. Just let it do its thing. So Castle side is saying, what kind of study are you looking for? We're looking for a reanimating biome where dinosaurs will come in. Now, if I go with a, I don't know if I should go. Yeah, if I go with a, it's only the savage wilds that we've got set up, which means we're going to have to go into the most aggressively dangerous biome we can possibly have. I just don't. That can be really debilitating to actually have undead creatures coming back in with that. So I'm unsure, because it's the Untamed Wilds is where the dinosaurs will set. If I can find an evil biome that's got like a split between terrifying and haunted, I'll take that. And that way we'll just try to get like one edge up against the terrifying, just so that there's a chance that we'll get terrifying creatures coming in. And that will be the undead dinosaurs. So we're up to year 200 now. You can see there's not very much civilization at all kicking in through here. Little bits, little pockets. This is a hard world. Maybe too hard. Let's have a quick look and see. Is this any good? Oh yeah, no, there's dwarves there. Lots of goblins everywhere. Okay, we just were looking in the wrong spot. No one was settling down in here. Elves all the way through there. Humans all the way through there. All right, yeah, no, the civilizations are kicking in a little bit. Dwarves over here as well. This is okay. This is okay. Continue generating. But see, you can see the difference in how much more evil there is in this particular world. So this setting here has just got a hell of a lot of evil in it. Probably even too much, actually. But that's the reason I created this this setting for this particular start, was to get exactly these sorts of reanimating biomes and stuff like that actually happening. Okay, we're up to nearly 250. Just give myself a drink of water while this generates. Now, if we happen to play, in any of the haunted locations, we also have to contend with haunted weather as well, and that can be really, really bad as well. Anyway, we'll just let it get to the 300 years, and then we'll definitely find a start in here, I think. I'm actually happy to see the civilizations have actually been able to survive and thrive in this world. This is right on the cusp of it being like too much for civilizations. You can see we haven't got out of the age of myth at all. In the standard games, if you do 300 years, you'll go through a whole lot of different levels before you actually sort of get to this particular level. So yeah, that's sort of really where we are with this one. All right, so what we'll do is we'll try to find, first of all, we'll try to find something where we've got haunted up against terrifying, which should be easy enough to find, particularly with this start. So we're nearly there. And I will actually, I will export the legends out again, probably before we do anything, just so we've got them there if we do need them. I do like to do deeper dives into it. There we go. We've got human necromancers doing all sorts of things. So there's necromancers all over the place as well. There we are. So even more events than the previous one. Okay, so we'll play now. I'll just do the export. It will take a bit of time again. Sorry, guys. Syrian saying, I see we're seeking a location. We can build a lever and pull it now. It's pull it now, not throw it now. Pull it now. The cats cry. Okay, we're saving the world. These saves are incredibly big. They're so deep. So much in them. There's just so much in them. All right, so we're going to go first of all to Legends mode and export out. This will take again some time. So I'm just going to export this XML. What this does is, if I can show it, maybe, actually I'll just let it do its thing, I think. Hi Syrian, how are you going? Saying, hello Daz Tactic, I hope you're doing well. I am, thank you. It's funny, you know, like it's sort of, for the last couple of years, I thank you, Began, for those subs. That's very, very much appreciated. Yeah, with the it's funny with like for the last year and a half, I've actually had one thing after another with my health that I didn't even realize. Like the first one was I had bursitis in my shoulder, in my left shoulder, and I couldn't swim, not swim properly. So I sort of was so there was like a I don't know about 6 months where I couldn't actually do anything with my arm, and then I got that Legionella. And that I didn't realise how much that knocked me around, but it's actually funny because the last month or so, I've been feeling really, really good again, and it's just it's been good. Actually, there we go, still exporting. Sorry. So no, health wise, it's sort of things are good. Just got to get fitness back up now. Sort of funny, just when your health slowly sort of is going south, it sort of sneaks up on you. You don't realise, which is interesting. Very interesting. But when it starts coming good again, it's like, oh wow, I've got all this energy that I didn't have before. Bursitis in the shoulder, how did you sort that out? You just got to wait. It's literally just just got to sit around and basically just not use it. Every time I used it, because I was still swimming, and every time I swam, it would be like 2 weeks of not being able to do anything at all with it. And so I then just stopped, and it cleared up, after a couple of months. Really, it's annoying. It's an annoying thing. It's embarrassing how I got it too, by the way. Well, I will say I got it playing Sudoku. It's sort of like tennis elbow, but in this case, on my shoulder. And the reason I got it was that when I go to bed, I either read or I actually I either read or play Sudokus on a tablet. And I sort of got in the habit of holding the tablet up with my left arm and punching the numbers in, but I'd fall asleep with my left arm up in the air with on my side, like I'd be lying on my side with this holding this tablet, and it froze my shoulder basically, and I ended up getting bursitis from playing Sudoku, which is embarrassing. And the Legionella was that wasn't good either. That was, and again I didn't even realise I had it. There we go, we've got it now, so we'll just go back and click on done. All right, let's go back into Fortress now. We've got the second. Oh, hang on. Is that doing the same one? Yeah, no, that's okay. We're in the right location. So we're just going to first of all just see if we can find. So there we go. Sarah saying, "See you, kids. And your game's bad for your health." Yeah, no, Sudoku's an absolute killer. Had more injuries from playing Sudoku than anything now. Okay, so it is actually, that's true. That's the longest injury I've ever had from any sort of sporting thing. Sudoku injury. So in this particular setting that I've got, this Daz Evil Island setting, whoops, I'll just go back out, does create all sorts of different like terrifying biomes through here. Now, when you are looking at the surroundings, as you can see the surroundings there, terrifying in that sort of purple colour. There should be a mixture of terrifying. Haunted is the next one down, and sinister is the least impactful. What we sort of don't want is to have, there's a sinister in there somewhere. So there's a sinister in there as well. So we've got these little locations. So this little location here, this is all the monstrous forests. And it's a cold forest. It's a frozen forest. It's heavily in through this other side. We do have sinister in through here, and then as I click back out, is it all sinister? No. See how there's haunted up this way? Sinister is sort of like the lower level. Haunted is sort of like your middle level in terms of the Untamed Wilds. So this is essentially Untamed Wilds, but the real Untamed Wilds are the terrifying. So this is terrifying up through here is going to cause, this is going to bring monstrous creatures in. Actually, I'm just trying to think, actually, what I might do is just quickly go back out to, actually, where is it? It looks like I've actually closed it down. I'll just go and open this up. I must have closed this one down. I'll just get the Twitch on there just so I can sort of see it there. And there we go. Thank you, Andrew Shrug, for the first following and on coffee. So with the with this one here, if I go back into Dwarf Fortress wiki, where is it? There it is. dwarffortresswiki.org. If we have a look at the I'll look at Untamed Wilds and just have a quick look at it. It will then give me information about what this actually is. So so Untamed Wilds are, where is it? So if we go to neutral, see how it goes from in the standard things. You've got calm, wilderness, and untamed wilds. The third option is where the dinosaurs will come from, which means that if I only go to sinister or haunted for the evil biomes, I'm not going to get essentially the dinosaurs coming in. So terrifying is where I need to be to get the dinosaurs if I've got them set for untamed wilds. I could have gone for anything, but I have just gone with terrifying. So in this case, if we find a reanimating biome with terrifying, we're going to get undead dinosaurs, and they're going to be 3 times stronger than a normal dinosaur. So this is going to be incredibly difficult for us. I'll just leave that open because we may sort of come back and look at that again. So I've got terrifying down through there. It does change from terrifying to haunted here. So in this location here, there's I'm going to click on the different areas. That's terrifying up there, haunted down there. If I just get that little corner there, that's not going to be too bad. Right on the edge there. If we end up, we've got terrifying on that edge and then haunted back out here. If we go to the start of this river, let's see how we go with this. Let's just go to an Embark here. You know, maybe we actually do this and just do it anyway. What do we got? It's a heavy aquifer, unfortunately. This is going to be a hard one. Actually, there's no aquifer there. There's no aquifer there either. It's just heavy in through around this where these rivers are. That's like actually that's terrifying, but there's nothing. There's haunted around here. There's haunted there. Haunted. Just got to find a spot where the areas are just. So we've got haunted and terrifying in amongst this. And look, the way that creatures come in, they come in off the edges. So it doesn't matter what the setting is for where your location is. Let's just go with Embark, and I'll just show you what I mean. If I go and click on this particular one, it's got the surroundings. It's not telling me, like it's where my cursor is what I see. I've got haunted in through there. I've got terrifying there. It's the edge. It's what comes in off the edge that's important. So if I go to there, it's haunted on both those edges. It's haunted all the way down through there. Haunted. It's then terrifying across there. So all of this is terrifying with haunted down the bottom here. So if I have a bit of a look, that's all haunted. This is all terrifying up through the top here. So if I just go one more up, I've then got a bit more terrifying. So what have we got? Terrifying back over this way. Let's just go to here. So if we go that one through there, we can then sort of see what we end up getting. So in this case, this is the monstrous forest. It's heavily forested. The surroundings we're going to be actually going into will predominantly be haunted, but there is a chance we'll get some terrifying units coming in. The stream is called the Whim of Guards. I've got shallow clay, deep soil, light aquifer is not a problem. Heavy aquifer is. Iron, gold, silver, copper, lead is good. Fluxstone layer as well. Neighbours, we've got humans. There's 10,000 of them in really like a day's travel to the southeast, and goblins as well. They're hostile, 30,000 of them, and they're half a day travel to the southwest. This is fine. So this is a good location for us. Bang, in we go. Selected an area with a light aquifer. Water might need to be pumped out or carried away. That's okay. You've selected an evil area. You may find very unpleasant environs here. Yes, that's what we want. So we'll just go and confirm. And I think we will play this one now. So let's go in and actually do this one. I'm just going to go with my basic military start, and then we'll fix it up after that one through here. Enemies are going to be, now the enemies, I'm going to make that hard. And the economy I'm going to keep on normal. I can go to custom settings in through here as well. And I won't change any of this. I think I'll just keep it all on what it's doing. You do actually have different settings you can change in through here, but I won't change any of these. So we've got things like invaders can break, constructed walls, etc., etc. So we'll just click on done. So let's set up our heavily forested location. This is going to be a bit difficult because the forest is not going to be our friend in this case. In fact, it's going to be haunted. So we've got 7 dwarves in a haunted forest. Let's just go with basic military. And so this one here, we don't have everything we needed. I'll just press escape. So we've actually got a little bit. Let's just go into the fortress name. We'll just go through all the bottom bits in through this other side. So in this case, we've got shoot honors is the name. We can just keep on randomizing this. So band trumpets, drill armors, full portals, chew salves, arch prophet. No, drum silver. We do have silver here, but gold is probably the better one. So if we go, you can sort of see down through here, it's got a front compound, rear compound. We can do other different adjectives and things like this as well. In this case, so we'll actually change. If I go to the rear compound and just start to type in a word, I'll go gold, just because we do actually have gold. So we'll click on gold. So this is drum gold. This is Talon Limmel is the actual name. Drum is probably not the one that we want as well. I won't go gold. I'll just get rid of that one. So what should we do it? Gold, something gold. So we're now just doing the front compound. And this will be, what should we call it? I'm trying to think of, like, not just tower, keep. Does that have keep, is there? Keeper, that's not it. Fort. It's funny, fort is not actually a fortress. There we go. Geshud. So we'll go with Fortress Gold. That'll do us. So Fortress Gold will be what we have. Will be a gold mining Fool's Gold. I don't know if it's got fools. That's actually a good name. Full Gold. That'll do. Cabinal. So Full Gold is going to be the name of the. I like that. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll go with that one. So we'll actually end up trying to create like a gold mining thing. Will be sort of like what we do. The group name that we have is the Sacrificial Ink. I like the ink part. Sorry, I like the sacrificial part. I think that we'll just go and change the. So what we have is we've got the, which comes up through there. Then we've got an adjective, which is sacrificial, and then we've got the word ink. So I'm just going to go and randomize just that last word. The sacrificial catch, the sacrificial visions, the soft, toned, leaped, shriek, friend, coast, sloshed, drowned, pride. Actually, the sacrificial pride, that's good. So we'll just go with that one through there. That is good. That sort of works. The group symbol, we can just do any old thing in through here. Don't think I'll worry about it. So I'll just leave that one back where that is. We'll just go and click on done. Problems, we do have to sort of fix up the different problems that we actually have through here. So we need to sort of, we've got extra, actually what were the problems? What did we end up not having? So we had, this is food, water skins weren't available and backpacks weren't available. So we need to get those. So water skins and backpacks. So we'll just go across. Now we've got dwarves, we've got items. So the water skins are going to be under crafts. Or under something else. See if there's anything else down in here that would actually sort of do it. Bags, threads, ropes, barrels, flasks, water skins. There we go there. So we'll just go and get the water skins. So these cost a lot more if they're made out of metal, but if we just go and get leather, we can get some cheap ones. So if we just go to fox, squirrel, leather, water skins, we'll just go and grab, say, 3 of those, I guess. So we'll just grab those, and we should have backpacks. There we go. There's the backpacks there as well. So we've got, again, we're looking for cheap ones, just cheap little backpacks. So deer leather backpacks will do. Just get 3 of those. I don't think we need 3. Actually, no, we do need 3, I think. So we've got 3 buckets, a splint, a crutch. That's all okay where that is. How much more have we got? We've still got 30 points left over. What were the problems that we had? And then we just had food. Okay, so that's all we were just grabbing was food. Now, because we're going into a dangerous biome, all we take is turkeys, just because we know we can kill them. Hi, Corslot, how are you going? So, hope everyone is doing well. Hi, George, how are you going? Same name, Jurassic Park, yes. We'll see. Well, it's going to be the undead Jurassic Park. It's going to be even more difficult. We'll go back into food. We did have meat. This is one of the things that we ended up sort of taking along with us. But I think we may even just go with plump helmets. We also have powders, gypsum plaster, as we should actually already have some of that. It's always very important to take with you. We've got 8. That should be enough, I think, until we can start to trade. Cheese. The cheese is cheap. Sheep cheese. There we go. No more points left. Okay, that's got us done, I think. So let's go and embark, and then we'll just quickly rename everyone. And even if this is a non-reanimating biome, I'm just going to stick with it. Whatever it is what we're going to stick with. So let's get into it. So it starts off paused. A dwarven outpost. You have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Sodravod. There is almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the dingoes get hungry. New chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. So Cabnal Limmel, full gold, strike the earth. Okay, we'll just go and click on OK. Everything is still sort of frozen. Now these are not, how much do you guys want me to play in that animating biome? Because I can find one, but this is not one of them. We can just double check that as well. Just sort of see if that's, it's just wild animals. All we've got is just a skunk in this case. So there's so we're not going to have. Do you want an animating biome? This is not going to be. It's going to be weird, but not super weird. Not with the fact that we have to then try to keep the undead out. Let me know in the chat. I don't mind starting again. Well, it's not. We're not starting the whole thing again. We're just going to be basically trying to find another haunted area to go and set up in, if you like. So just if you want me to continue with this run where we just keep it, I think get it right for the long run. Yes, I think so. Yeah. So well, shucks, personally, it doesn't matter to me. I think these sieges add quite a bit of difficulty, but the undead is always a grand time. What I'll do is I'll just get you to vote. One is keep this one. I say yes to a restart for this reason. My fortress. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just do it. So we'll just go and we'll quit without saving. So so it's quick for us to find it relatively. Yes, without the dead things, I'm pretty sure this is not going to be an animating biome. So just quit without savings, quit. Start a new game, and so we go into this one here. So again, it's just going to just reset where we start again. So first of all, we'll just find it. We'll find the reanimating biome, and then we'll actually go and get started. So we'll just go into fortress mode. We'll do 2 weeks of movement. I've been saying if it's too easy, Dad gets bored and plays other games. Well, if it's too hard, I get killed straight away, which has happened in this game. I think the shortest run I've ever had was something like about 3 minutes, where I had to try to get the dwarves underground. I just couldn't do it. Okay, I'll skip the tutorial. Click on OK. So we have so where we went before. We'll just maybe sort of start with each of these things. This is terrifying. There is haunted areas in through there. This is all the Forest of Crypts. There is a dwindling hill there as well. See, that's a different biome there. So we've got the Forest of Crypts, and then we've got the Frothy Steppes. Yeah, Forest of Crypts is back up there. Let's just see if the Forest of Crypts is one. So we'll... well, this dwindling hill is a different one again as well, the haunted one. So we do have a few different ones in here. Well, we've got a few of them actually right up against each other. So we'll just go Embark. Let's just try it in here to start with. Confirm. Basic military, escape, Embark. We're just testing first of all to see if this is going to work. And this is dead. Okay, that's a good start. Do we have any creatures? No, not yet. So we do actually have everything is dead. That's snow-coloured rye. Dead larch from through this other side. Not all of it is dead. Anyway, let's just test it and so we'll sort of see how we go. I don't think I can build a workshop straight away. Let's just go to farming and butcher. Yeah, I did bring some caps with me. That's good. Unpause. All right, let's go and butcher an animal. So we'll just go back across. This is it. This is it, guys. We've found it. So we've got dingo corpses have come in. Bullmoose corpses come in as well. So these are undead. So we've actually found our location. So we don't need to look at anything else. So these are all undead. Now these are going to be 3 times stronger than a standard creature. So we're not going to start here though. We're going to quit without saving and quit, and we'll end up. So we'll just go and start new game in an existing world, the absolute dimension. So we're going to be in the frozen north. All right, so we're going to be playing Fortress mode. We're now going to pick our spot very, very carefully. And it could even be that we actually end up, we don't know, actually, well, we know that that particular forest is completely reanimating. We don't know about the next biome down from that. We could test that as well and see if they're both reanimating. It could be fun, for example, to have a, well, actually what we could do is actually just, we know that that top one is, like, we know that forest is reanimating, which means we could actually set up in the other one and just play it by ear, but go right up against that other forest. So let's go and do that. Let's go and skip the tutorial. We're on our own. Yep, this is good. We're going to go back into here. So this is the Dwindling Hill, which is a haunted location. We want Terrifying on the edge. We want the Forest of Crypts, which is the undead one. There's Terrifying there. There's haunted. There's Terrifying. It's a fair way up, unfortunately. There's Terrifying surrounds down there, but they're not likely to be undead. But if we end up sitting up against that particular edge, there's Terrifying there. This is the Forest of Crypts, which is Terrifying. That's all Terrifying, actually. I want to have some haunted. I want to find exactly what I want. Forest of Crypts is all the way around this hill. Terrifying, that is haunted there. It's Terrifying there. If this is not reanimating and this is Terrifying, we're just going to get monstrous creatures coming in. And dinosaurs. But if it's not reanimating, they'll be alive. But if they get killed in here, then they're going to be undead. That could be fun. Like to actually have Terrifying... But haunted all the way through here, with Terrifying right on the edge here. So that's all Terrifying all the way through there. That's haunted there, but then we don't actually have Terrifying. That's Terrifying and haunted. Or maybe this is the way. Look at that. This one here, we've got so we've got thick vegetation there. We can go right up against this forest, which is terrifying. And then we're going to be in a haunted location here, which is just going to be woodland. Let's do that. So we'll go embark into this location here. And so what else have we got through here? We've got shallow clay, very deep soil, light aquifer, iron, gold, silver, copper, lead, fluxstone layer. Goblins are a fair distance away. That's actually okay. That'll be okay. So we'll just go and sort of end up with just the southern edge of this is going to be really, really bad. And so, but the where we are, we don't even know if it's going to be animating or not. So we're just going to do what we have to do. So evil area, savage area. Yep. So the wildlife might be very dangerous here. Yes. And we know that anything that comes out of this location, this terrifying location, is going to be monstrous. We could go the opposite way, where we actually end up with haunted in here with terrifying coming from in here, which means that they could still be alive when they get here. Anyway, let's just go for it, I think. So we will confirm. All right, we'll go with basic military start. So this is actually just a start where I end up with a few military dwarves coming in because we need them when we do these sort of starts. Now, what have we got? We've got the food and water skins are the two that we need. So we'll go into fortress name is going to be Fools. Full gold. That'll do. Rear compound. Actually, that had S on the end of it for the rear compound. Full gold. Full gold. Yep, that'll do. All right, that's done. Group name, the Gorge of Trust. That'll do. I'm happy with that. Problems we had a look at before. We'll just go back in now. The items we want to go down to the water skins. There's backpacks. There we go. Flasks, water skins. Want to get the cheap ones. Deer leather water skins. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we've still got 30 points left over for some sort of food. Maybe I'll just go to the leather, crafts, wood, metal bars. Could just get seeds and hope for the best. Only 1 point. Drinks, cheeses, powders, extracts. I'll just get it all out of plump helmets, and we just get a couple of plump helmet seeds as well. There we go. No more points. Okay, orangutans is also redeemed. I'm going to have to go back to that list and just make sure we got them all. Let's embark. By the way, you can save your profiles when you set them up, which is what I'm using. I'm using a saved profile. So this is going to be it. No matter what, this is it. So we're just going to go and click on OK. We start off paused, which is fine. We've got a horse and a llama. Let's have a quick look and see if there's any other creatures around. A skunk corpse. So we could deal with that, but what we have to first of all do is set up our military. So because I don't know where the skunk corpse actually is, hopefully it's not too close to us. We need to do a lot of things before we unpause. So we need to set up our military. Actually, before we do that, we have to rename all of our dwarves. So we'll just get all of that done. The easiest way to do that is just in through here. I'm just going to go from the top list in through here, this other side. And it'll be whatever it is. It will be whatever it is, I think. Actually, if I sort by name, at the moment it's sort by category. If I sort by name, that way it's sort of randomized. That way we sort of got people all over the place. I'm just going to scroll back up the top here. So who was the first one? Klingzog is the miner. So we're just going to go across and click, rename. Klingzog. All right, so that's our first one. Then we've got the peasant, who will be one of the military. That is Resmelin. All right. A bit sickly, that one. We'll just go back across again. Sort by name again. So then we've got the leader is going to be, where are we? Sorry, sick. You're the next one in here. You are the next one. So you're the expedition leader. I go that way. This will be sick. So it's a first come best dressed sort of type arrangement here. There's no choosing as such, unless we end up with shitloads of dwarves, which we won't do at the start. Another peasant. This one here is going to be Supreme Plague. So the peasants, they're unskilled in dwarven activities, but these are the military essentially. They've been caught out in the snowstorm. Are these dead? No, these aren't dead. Okay, interesting. So this is not a reanimating biome that we happen to have started in. It's just the southern edge is the reanimating biome. Okay, keep on going. So the next one that we have is, let's go back to the names. Began is our woodworker. Okay. And these guys can fight as well with what they're doing. So if you do want to redeem the names, if your character dies, you do get banned. And it looks like we're still going to have one more orangutan. So I think we're going to have one or two left over. Things like Resmond, Six, Supreme. Yep. Then we've got this farmer, and so we've got one more left over, who is another fighter. So this is orangutans. There we are, the farmer. Okay, that one's done, and I think we're up to it. Yep. So we have one unnamed dwarf. If anyone does want that one, just redeem it, and it will be yours. So, but if it does get killed, which is not all that likely, to be honest, the fact that we're starting off in this particular biome. Yeah, anyone feeling lucky? It's just that we're going to occasionally have some pretty devastating creatures come in. A punk-ass beach, saying what happens when a dwarf gets revived. Well, that's just then it's still your character, but it doesn't, like, it's you're no longer, it's no longer assigned to you, but it's just a funny thing when some of the undead dwarves come and start to attack you. But in this case, the only animating biome is in the south, so it's sort of like around where we are. Is this going to be good enough, or do we want to be in the reanimating biome ourselves? I think we'll just do it this way. This way we're going to get some pretty aggressive animals coming in that we have to then go and deal with. So this is dead larch trees. So where we see that when things stop being dead, see, that's normal tree. That's a normal tree through there. That's dead. That's dead. That's normal. So this is sort of like the change of the biome running through here somewhere. Punk-ass beach, there we go. So you're one of the creatures. So it's only going to be if we end up dying down in here that there's going to be a problem. Now that's going to still happen because the undead creatures will attack other creatures down there and also other players and stuff. So it's still going to be interesting to see what actually does happen in that bottom biome. Okay, so let's just go back into here. And I mean, we don't 100% know that this is not going to be a reanimating type area, but anyway, let's just go for it. This is going to be punk-ass beach. Done. All right, so we now have to set up our military. What we're going to be doing is looking at the different peasants, and one of them will have to be the military commander. This is like there's a lot of complex little things in Dwarf Fortress, and one of them is setting up your military. Down the bottom through here, you actually have the squad sidebar. This is a squad menu. God, eventually, I wish I could just turn all these things off. I think there is a setting to turn them all off. It tries to help you, but it says through here, you must appoint a militia commander to create a squad. And if I go back into my nobles, which is back over through here, I then actually have, again, it's just going to keep on telling me stuff. I'm just going to turn that off. Hopefully, I don't know if there's a setting I can change. Settings. Not sure if it's in here somewhere. There is a lot of stuff. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. I'm just skimming, but I may have already gone past it. I thought it would have been in there. Oh, I didn't do this. I'll change that to that one. Yeah, I'll just change it to there. I'll just click on done. Done. Whoops. There we are. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Yeah, I'm not seeing it there. I don't know if there's issue video here. No, it's not going to be in there. Not going to be that one. It should be under game. Just to turn off all of the tutorials. I know there is a setting somewhere because I have done it with other things. Because it does get annoying. So video does say, "Hi, it's a nice glittery sweater." Yeah, thank you. So it's in DF hack. Oh, okay. Okay, that's one thing we haven't actually had a look at yet, is the DF hack settings. Turn to the game. This is, so that's the, that's not it there either. Where is DF hack? Why isn't that not running? I'll just save and return to the title menu for a second. DF hack has to be running. Just get all this set up so we don't have to worry about it in the future. DF hack should be sitting up in the top corner. Without that, it's it's a very, very different game. It's missing. It's going to quit for a second. I'm just going to come back in. DF hack is not showing. That's weird. I'll just go to Steam and just see what's happening there. I mean, I did reset everything. Did you ensure DF hack is in Steam is the same game? Yeah, it was working before I got rid of everything. So it was here. So DF hack came in yesterday. Launch. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back into here. This has to be installed. Actually, this is what the problem is. Because I got rid of my old Dwarf Fortress files completely, I'm going to have to go and go to Properties, or is it Manage? Yeah, Install Files and just verify. So it didn't find itself. So this will then just fix it up. So we set up that first bit without DF hack. It really is. This is such an important step. Like, it just does so much. I might just get rid of my jumper actually. So it's just finishing off this verification. So what the problem was that all the DF hack files were in my old install of it, and I just deleted them. So basically there was nothing for it to find. So that's now been done. We can close that one off, and it should just now run. And we should see it in the top corner. There it is. There it is. Okay, so we've DF hack in there now. So we can just go and continue an active game, which should be the only one. Yep, this one through here, the absolute dimension. So its map is saying, damn, your forest is shiny. Thank you. I polish it daily. I polish it especially before I start to stream. So we're going to start to see different things in through here. So this is, so left click to recenter, you expand your options, right click to dismiss. So these are different DF hack helpers that do come through. And so little things like we've got one hostile on the map, for example, which is going to be this skunk. So we've got an undead skunk, which is up pretty close to us actually. So that's not too far away. The fact that that's there as well, that's interesting. That's actually interesting. This may still be a reanimating biome that we're on. We will have to test that, actually, if that's the case, because these are all living trees around here. We haven't unpaused the game yet. So this is an undead creature that happens to be in a living environment. That would be cool if that was the case, actually. That would be interesting. We're going to have to test that, though. So, with DF hack, we've got different things in through here. You'll often sort of see little settings wheels, like the gear wheels to change things. So this is the, now this is the mod that I have installed. So this is intelligence network disabled, appoint a captain of the guard or sheriff to enable suspect alerts. This is actually the mod that we installed to help us with the justice system. That's not going to kick in for quite some time, but we do need to set up a captain of the guard because that's what we need for setting up our military. We're just going to go into DF hack as well. We're going to go into the, there is a quick start guide, which is actually really, really cool. We've got the launcher, a few of these little things I just want to get started with. Quick save, because I no longer have any of my old settings, and I do want to get them sort of up and running again. Just go to the launcher. This one is probably not going to be where we want to be, to be honest. No, that's not what I wanted. I'll just right click. Where is it? Quick command, design, control panel, there it is. So these are ways of setting things up to automate. So this is actually, I'm actually glad we can do this one right from the ground start. Automation. These run in the background and help you manage your fort. They are always safe to enable and allow you to concentrate on other aspects of gameplay that you find more enjoyable. So things so enabled, and we've got also auto start. So tools that are enabled on this page will be auto run or auto enabled for when you start a new fort, or for global tools when you start the game. To see tools that are enabled right now, please click on the Enabled tab. So you can see there that Auto Butcher is not automatically there. So we can just go and turn that one on as an example. Auto Chop I'm going to keep off because we're in a dangerous location. Auto Cheese I'll put on. Auto Clothing I'll put on. Auto Farming I'll put on. Auto Fish I'll keep off. Auto Milking I'll put on. So these are things that just stops me from, like this will just manage it all for me. Auto nest boxes, auto shear, yes. Auto slab is a good one as well. That's just if someone dies. Auto training, you can actually have a look to see what that's referring to down through here. So assigns to a military squad until they have fulfilled their need for martial training. I'm not going to do that one, so that's going to be too much. Ban cooking all, I won't do that one just yet. Clean owned is one that encourages dwarf to discard tattered clothing at the dump when there is new available clothing. And there's one where it actually won't dump it, which is, I'll just leave the one that we've got in through there. Nest boxes, this is going to be protect fertile eggs, yes, we'll do that. It just means a lot of the micromanagement just goes out. Seed watch will keep on as well. This one actually stops you from using seeds that you may sort of then go and need. Tailor's a good one. This one here is automatically keep your dwarves in fresh clothing. So these are just little things that will happen with auto start. We'll just go to the enable, and we'll just go back into these as well. So we are going to put on auto butcher. I can change these. I can also do auto chop when I've got a safe zone to do it in, but I don't have a safe zone. Auto cheese, auto clothing, auto farming. Fishing is dangerous because it's outside. Auto milking, auto nest boxing, auto shear, auto slab. We still have to place those, clean owned. So I'll just go and turn these on. Infinite sky just means we can build as high as we like. I won't turn that on. Nest boxes, if I go and click on it, yeah, protect first. I'm seeing on wrong ones. Order sort, what does that one do? Sort manages orders by repeating frequency to one-time orders can be one-time orders can be completed. I'll just leave that one where that is. Prioritize, automatically boost the priority of important job types. Yeah, I'll go that way. That will be okay. That way it'll look after the actual work orders once we start to do that one. Seed watch. So it automatically toggles seed cooking depending on what's available. That's okay. Tailor will put on as well. And that's it. So they're all automation settings, which is going to be helpful. And so that all sort of helps with what we're doing. Bug fixes, they should all be on anyway. So anything where there's a potential issue, fix wildlife, what does that one do? Move stuck wildlife off the map so the new waves can enter. Yeah, I'll throw that one in there just so that if things do get stuck on the map, it can fix it up. There's no reason not to have all of those different things sort of running. I'm not sure why that one wasn't there. That may be because of the new update, maybe. Not sure. Gameplay, just go back to enabled. Dwarf vet. Some of these can be really, really debilitating. Now, fast heat, what does that one do? Improves temperature update, performance, okay. Eggs fertile. These ones are on by default, would normally be a good idea just to keep them on. So I'm just going to keep them now. But things like fast dwarf, it just means everyone's going to be scooting around, walk fast and finish jobs instantly, which is sort of like this is cheating. UI overlays, we've got different things in through here again. I'm just going to keep the defaults on for that one, and preferences. So this should be where we find what we need to sort of turn off the tutorials, I'm guessing. Where is the tutorials? Not sure where the tutorials actually are. Oh, I see. So Orangutan saying the disable tutorial toggle is in the control panel somewhere. Not seeing it there. Oh, tutorials, there it is. Right, do that one. And we'll do the auto start there for high tutorials there as well. Okay, that's good. So that's actually, so we do actually have that one. All right, so that's now, just right click just to get rid of DF hack. It's such a good little system, this one. It really does make it's so important to actually have that when you're playing the game. Right, okay, we're set. We are now set. So we need to start by creating our squad. So I'll go and click on this one through here. It says you must appoint a militia commander to create a squad. So we go down to nobles, down this way, and we have, at the moment, we've got an expedition leader. We do have, the militia commander is currently blank. We don't actually have anyone in that particular role. And so we need to add someone. And so if we just go and click on plus, what we don't want to have is any of the actual workers. We want to have the peasants. Now, at the moment, Resmelin, Punkas Beach, and Supreme Plague are the three peasants. If we go to Resmelin, I'll put Resmelin in there because he was the top one. Usually it sorts them in terms of their abilities. So they're not the greatest for what they have to be, but anyway, Resmelin will be he was the first in the list. None of them had any real skills, though, for doing this. They'll have to acquire them as they go. They do have some training, though, like Resmelin does actually have some training, so that's actually he's now been assigned. We now can create a new squad around Resmelin, and so we're just going to go through with... these are all going to be melee guys, by the way. In fact, before I do that, if I just go and show you, we're just going to have a quick look at these three. So if we look at Resmelin, have a look at his skill set. So if we have a look at his actual skills, his combat skills, he's a competent mace dwarf, so he wants a mace. He's an adequate shield user, armor user, dodger, and fighter. So that's his skills. What does that one do? Yeah, that one just goes back out. No, that's okay. Just leave that one there. Takes me to the actual dwarf itself. So we've got a mace dwarf. We've got Punkar speech is going to be, go back to skills, combat, hammer dwarf in this case. So we're using maces, hammers, and so, and again, just the shield, armor, etc., etc. And so we should actually end up having in our stocks like metal equipment. That's one of the things I would have brought with me for these guys. And then finally, the last of the military guys is Supreme Plague. And in this case, we look at the skills, combat, spear dwarf. Now, the spear dwarfs, every weapon does slightly different things in the game. Spear dwarves can be sort of pushed, they can push things back with a spear. They are a stabbing, they're not a slicing. We've got no slicing weapons. The spear dwarf can do a good job, but it can mainly push things back away. So, so we should have that should be the equipment we have. If we look at the stocks that we have, if we have a look at the, where is it, armor, we've got copper mail shirts. We've got some other shirts as well, but this is the copper mail shirts is really all we have in terms of armor. Backpacks, we've got 3 backpacks for the military. The, what else do we have that's going to be important for them? There's a lot of them. So there's going to be sort of a bit of everything really for them. And crutches, nothing there. Flasks, got the water skins for them. We're going to need to find water as well fairly soon. We do that through the Aquifer, so we'll have to sort of get everything set up before we unpause. Footwear. We only have shoes. Actually, no, we've got copper high boots, so we've got enough copper high boots for everyone. So they can just put those on board. The handwear. We've got the copper gauntlets as well, so complete sets. So left gauntlet, right gauntlet, which is cool. I love how just detailed this game actually is. Headwear, copper helms. So you can see there we've basically just got copper equipment for them all. Should have shields as well for them. Copper shields coming back through this way as well. So it's pretty poor quality stuff, but it's enough for us to be able to fight. And then weapons. Now we've got battle axes. We don't like we've got 2 of those for in case we lose one. We've got the warhammer, the spear, and the mace for the military, and we've got 2 picks as well. Again, we only need one of them at the start. We may pick up somebody else to be a miner as well, just to sort of help out with the mining at the start. So anyway, the military is sort of set and ready to go. Let's go and create a new squad. So they're going to use melee metal armor. We'll just start that way. We can go and change it. And so this is the tan lashes. We'll go and change all of this stuff as well. And so we'll change the symbol to, I always like to have like the spear or something as the actual symbol itself. Yeah, there we go. Color-wise, that's okay, I think. I won't worry about changing that particular one. And then we'll just go and change the name of it. Just get a few randomized names. So this is using an adjective and the X. So the blockaded boats, the tin verses, the glowing sacks, the pages of spraying, the copper tomes. The copper sort of works, but we're going to ultimately end up with iron and steel. So that won't be there for the long term. The clams of working, the trampled pillars. Trampled pillars is probably not the word, so let's just go and randomize the trampled year, lust, drool, ox, split, null, speech, hustle, trampled word, trampled elder, that'll do, done. So that's the name of our military group. We've got no special orders. Now the routines, this is where we have to set these up to be always ready for combat, like all the time. They can still do other things and help out, but they're always going to be wearing their stuff. Now, the routine of off-duty means that they go back to their civilian clothes. Oh, there we go. So click is saying Norway is playing versus France now, so wish us luck. Oh, well, good luck. Yeah, it's only just starting, isn't it? So, yeah, for me, it's should be a couple of minutes away, I think. Yeah, that's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to watching the replay of that one. So good luck whether you're France or Norway. That's going to be a really, really good game. Okay, so we're just going. So with the squad, the routine is sort of not what we want. Now, if I just go and click on that one, if I go and click on the tick, I'm then affecting this particular group. So I can have multiple groups into here, and you can see we've got equipment and we have schedule. So if I go back to equipment, and have a quick look and see. So Resmelin is the only person in here at the moment, and he's wanting to go and get all of this equipment and also the backpack and the water skin. So there's at the moment none of that's actually there just yet. So he's going to have to go and change all that. In the schedule, you can see that it's off duty. But what I want it to be is I want them to always be ready. So I'm going to click into here. So the trampled elder is going to be set to all to essentially just know to be under ready the whole time. So no orders, which means that they will stay in their equipment the whole time. Okay, we need to go and add more people into the group as well. So we'll just go into assign position number 2. Actually, I'll just get rid of this, sorry. So assign position number 2 is going to be Punka's Beach. And number 3 is going to be Supreme Plague. So that's the group that we actually have. So that's our squad. So the positions are set up. We'll just go back to the squad settings. The schedule is no orders, which means that once they've actually got their equipment, that's all going to be good. Now at the start, they're still actually sort of off duty. I mean, I don't think they'll go and get set up straight away, but we need them to go and get set up immediately with everything. I think the game has now fixed it so that they will actually be able to sort of get rid of what they need and sort of get things sorted. But we're going to have to micromanage this a little bit at the start. And so what we're going to do with this particular group, I'm just going to get rid of the schedule. The equipment, again, they'll have to pick up all of this equipment. And so we're just going to go across. We've got a few different things. We can attack something. We can go and station somewhere. Now, I'm just going to go and get them to station. Now, we know that this skunk is down this way somewhere. So we'll just go and tell them to go and station here. So they're just going to be protecting the operation that we actually have through here. Initially, we have to go sort of and get into safety as quick as we possibly can. We're also going to have to chop down some trees. So let's get underground as fast as we possibly can. That should start to disappear, I think. I'll just right-click and dismiss that message. So we'll start with the trees. So we'll just go and hit that one, hit this one. That's the same tree all the way around. That one. Just get a few of these trees that are close by. Actually, even that one there. Just go that side. Now, we need to get underground. So let's go to the mining. So under mining, we've got the... we can do different things in through here. So dig a regular hallway or room. So we can actually just go straight down with maybe a stairwell. We could use a ramp. I think I'll just start with the stairwell and we'll just go sort of straight down. But we need to be sort of picking things like as fast as we can. We need to get underground. We need to get through the aquifer as well fairly quickly. But in that instance, I probably want to sort of set that up a different way. But anyway, let's just see how we go. Maybe we'll go straight down initially and just try to get past the aquifer. So I'll go down, say, 8 levels. Actually, we'll go to elevation, say 5, and just see if that works. So it's a fair few different levels. That should give us a bit of a play to see how things are going. The FPS is set to 100 at the moment. Actually, it might be set. That still might be using my settings. I think I did move the settings across. I'm just going to change that and make sure it's at 25. Game, this video. There's no percentage graphical FPS cap. Yes, default is 50. I like this set to 25. It just keeps things fairly slow, and so you can sort of see when things are happening. So we'll return to the game, and away we go. Now the military is here. And we can see already that they're actually pretty well set up. So let's just have a quick look and see what their equipment is like. Yep, green lights all the way across. So they've actually gone and put on everything that they need for their equipment, which is great. So so that is fantastic. So we're actually already set up, which is nice. We're going straight down. Now what are we finding through here? We've got silty clay loam walls, sandy clay in through this other side, and then we've hit the damp walls in through here. So digging designation cancelled, so we've got damp stone located. So if we have a bit of a look at this one here, if I go and so that's why it's stopping. We have to find out how deep this aquifer is, and we just have to plug it as we go. So all of those military guys have sort of set themselves up. So in this case, we can see down through there, it does continue on, but this aquifer could go down a little bit deeper. It's a sandy clay wall. This actually has a big bearing on how we tackle the aquifer. So let's just go, we've got 4 hostiles now. Got a harpy corpse. Damn, okay, that's come in. Where has that come in? This has come in off, okay, this must be a reanimating location all the way through, I think. Another harpy corpse there, another harpy corpse there. And then the skunk is still over here. I think we're in a reanimating biome, and it's just the trees aren't dead. Okay, well in this case, we want to get through this aquifer as fast as we possibly can now, and just make use of what we can. What we might do is set up a carpenter shop outside. So we'll. Actually, I don't think we brought any doors. That could have been useful. Doors. None. And what about floodgates, footwear, hatch covers? None. That's what we want immediately. So I'm just going to go and quickly set up a. We still haven't even chopped this down yet. Let's just chop this one down. Okay, that tree is now down. So we'll. Sorry, we're just going to keep on digging our way through here as well. So just go back up. Now, if you go. If you're new to the game, what you're most likely going to be doing is saying, okay, I got to that point, I'm going to start here and keep on moving my way down. So if I do that, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. If I just go back to this one here and just continue the stairs. Sorry, this shows problems. So in this case, it's hard to see it there, but there's actually a top of a stair there. There's an up-down stair there. You can see there's sandy clay up-down stairway. This here is just going to set the top of a stair. We need an up-down. The only way we can do that is to start at an up-down, move past where we want to be building, and keep on going until we actually hit the rest of the up-down. So that's up-down, that's up-down. This is now up-down as well, and then from there as well. So we'll just see how we go with this. And it may sort of stop again very, very soon. What we now want to do is set up a carpenter's area just on the outside here. So we'll just go into this location, workshop, and go across to carpenter. And we've just got the chestnut logs. We'll just use them for starters. The reason we bring some logs with us is to get through these aquifers, just in case we have troubles. Now that one just got scared by something. Lost in despair. Caught in freakish weather. Oh, okay. Now, okay. Here we go again. This is our problem that we have. It's raining rotten slime. So there's rotten slime raining everywhere by the looks of things, which is going to affect all of them. So if we have a look at orangutans and look at the items, we'll see rotten slime is now covering their body. Now, we don't know what the effect of this is, but it's even in the mouth. It's like there's all over the place. This particular rotten slime could be really, really malignant, or it could be just something makes them uncomfortable. This one is actually causing despair. She's in despair when caught in freakish weather. So this is beyond a snowstorm. So we've now got slime dripping from the sky. This is what happens in these haunted biomes. So when the weather does come, and even these things are going to be despair. Yeah, we've got despair. I think we've got despair everywhere. This one's actually not too bad, just uneasy. All right, so despair is sort of like is the far edge of what's going on. This one is horrified when caught in freakish weather. These are going to impact them very negatively. We're going to end up with some. You already see that we've gone from neutral with a couple that are starting to really struggle, even just within a few seconds of having things unclicked. Now we've hit the damp stone designation yet again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep on going through. This is now Aquifer here. If I go and click it, you'll see that this has actually now all been set up. I need to hit these and get rid of those. That's also Aquifer there. So we're just going to go and get the stairwell as well and just keep on punching our way through to get to the up-downs all the way through. We need to block these off because they're going to seep water in. So we need to sort of stop that at this stage and just we need to get past this. I'll just go back up the top. And, oops, hang on. This one here is still building that particular one. That's now been built. Okay, back in here we have the Carpenter's Workshop. We're just going to add a new task and we're going to get a hatch cover. Wooden hatch cover. I might even just build a second one of those as well while we're here. Might as well just get a few things built. If we get a wooden door, we'll just get another hatch cover. And hopefully this will be enough just to sort of keep things out initially. Door again. All right, that'll do us. So we'll just keep on having a bit of a look down here. Now we're going to start to see water pooling on the ground in here. Now we've already got a bit of water. See, it's got water level 1 of 7. The dwarves can sort of happily work in sort of up to about level 2. We don't want to get it much deeper than that. So, one injured citizen. Okay, we've had an accident. Cancels cleaning. Yep. So can't do any cleaning. But more designation. No, we're through it, I think. So in this case here, we need to smack this. So I think it's a 2-level aquifer. How much further do we go down? Yeah, that's pretty good to be good. We should be in bedrock by the time we get there. In here, what we need to do is we need to now block off these aquifer locations, and we do that just by plugging in some. We'll find out what happened with our injured citizen. So someone's got hurt. It could be the weather, for all we know. Yes, the rotten slime. We'll find out in just a second. But we have all sorts of things we need to do initially. So we're going to go into constructions, and then we're just going to do walls, and we're just going to do the chestnut logs. Sorry, I'll just going to do that again. Constructions, walls, and we want to just keep on building after placement. Chestnuts and there as well. That then stops the aquifer, so it just allows us to sort of keep things going. This one will have to be built as well. In fact, what I'm just going to do is I'll let them go to there. I'm going to then block this one off. Now I can do it different ways, but I can actually just remove it if I need to. So I can just go and, oops, hang on. I can just go and cancel that for now. Let's just get the aquifer sorted before we sort of do much else. Now it shows you there that this is like a light aquifer. If it had three droplets, it would be a heavy aquifer. That's all aquifer again because of drops. This is just damp rock because of the layer above it, but it's not an aquifer. All right. So who got injured? Somebody got injured. Hang on, where is it? 4 stars, 1 injured citizen. It's Began. How is Began injured? Health, wounds, treatment, history, description. All right. So you see how his whole body is bruised? We didn't get a message saying that anything actually happened. These guys, what's their health like? Oops, hang on. Overview, health, description. Yeah. Okay, so this this slime is pummeling them. So they're actually all being bruised and pummeled. So we have to get out of this weather as fast as we possibly can. So we're going to have to rethink things a little bit. And yeah, this is unfortunately everyone is going to be bruised. Health, description, yeah, bruising. Look at this. Is it just all bruising? Yeah, so everyone is badly bruised. Okay, so we have to keep on going. There's nothing we can do about this. This weather is unfortunately just going to be one of the problems we have to deal with. What we'll do is we'll come back down into, well, this is going to be the next location down under. I need to go down one more than this. So I'm just going to go across into the staircase again. And I've got the up-down staircases all the way through. So I'll just go all the way down to, which level should we stop on? Let's stop on this level here and make this, and so I'm going to ditch this now. So I'm just going to go and eradicate everything else below that, which only needs a couple of layers. But we should be fairly safe under here. So once we sort of get into this other side, I'm just going to build a corridor. And we'll sort of make it so that it opens up a little bit, just a 3-wide corridor in through there. And we'll start to bring everything down into there, or at least get out of the rain. So let's just keep on watching what happens up the top through here. Yeah, really getting unhappy now. Oh, look at this. We're getting all this slime, rotten slime everywhere. They should be building this. Job taken by, not applicable. Let's have a look at the jobs. Sorry, that's not the one I'm looking for. It's not the work orders. Tasks. Make wooden door. You've only got one, so all the others aren't working. Why not? Why not? They don't need to be told to do that. Oh, hang on. I think what I need to do is actually set my military to not be stationed anymore. So let's go and just go no special orders for the military, and we'll just go and see if they actually now start to help. Hang on, they're all running around. This is bad, guys. This is bad. They're still a fair way away from us, which is fine. All the citizens are now injured. Yep, they're constructing buildings. So let's get this. We need to get this done. This has to be now blocked up as well. So we'll just go across now and set up the constructions, wall, and chestnut logs. And we're coming down now into rock. So we've now got dolomite walls, which is good. So we're now sort of going to be outside of the aquifer. And they'll just start to sort of build this one in through here. We need to get all of these aquifers blocked in. Have we built the hatch cover yet? Yep, we must have. Yep, there's a hatch cover there. So we'll just go and build the hatch cover there as well. So construction, doors and hatches, hatch right there. Let's just go down and check how we're going there. So this is now almost completely blocked off, and they're starting to block this one off. This is good. We'll just wait for this to all be dug in. And then we just need to get everyone down here until this rain sort of finishes. Okay, the animals are trying to get down as well. Everyone's just trying to get out of the weather. This is going to take a bit of time to dig. Okay, there's 2 of them now digging, which is good. Now, 6 injured citizens. So one of them is actually, yeah, we've still got 7 total, which is important. But we do need to start to sort of get people down the bottom here now. So that's actually all locked off. The aquifer is finished. This is good. Let's get everyone down because they've still got the, I think we've still got the weather. The weather is still early spring. Actually, it's early spring, but there's still just a pile of snow everywhere. It's not sure. Maybe the weather is finished. I'm not sure if it's still dripping down, but you can sort of see there's slime everywhere. So we do want to sort of get out of this location. Maybe we'll just have. I think we'll just have to sort of set things up in through here. Let's just keep them sort of thumping along this way. What I'm going to do is just to make sure. Oh, here we go. Not enough free nest boxes. That's okay. We'll just right click on that for now. They're going to get those little messages coming up from DF Hack the whole time. We're going to need to start to make sure that our miners are just doing the mining and nothing else, because we need to focus now underground here. So if we have a quick look at the which one is it? Again, I'm getting losing track of what we need to do through here. So we've got one task there. This is the work orders. So with the mining, Sick and Klingzog are both designated as miners. We've got a competent miner and a proficient miner. So the expedition leader is also like filling in as a miner. Began is a woodworker, backing out through this other side. So it says in through here that only the selected do this particular job, the mining job. So they're actually set up to only do mining, which is good. This is what we want. So we'll keep them. Now that we've sort of get things opening up, we'll sort of keep this actually happening, and we'll slowly start to sort of push things into a safe sort of zone back in through this other side as well. So we'll just let things develop. I don't know why the other miner is there. We go, coming back down again now. So we'll just let them get a little bit more in here. What I will do is there's only 1 injured citizen. It looks like the rain is now finished. So if we have a bit of a look and see, this one here is still injured. Health-wise, description. Let's have a look at some of the others and just see if they're still injured. Health, description. Yeah, okay. When the rain falls, that's the problem we end up having. At the moment, the rain is no longer falling. So this is all okay. They will heal quickly because it's just bruising. And so in that sense, there's no urgency there. It's more about now the hostiles, about how close they get. And these are starting to close the gap. That skunk is still a little way away. Yep, so they've got those 4 hostiles there as well. Now, back in here, we have another door. I will just go down and sort of set up the door down in the bottom through here as well, just so that we've actually got like this one locked off. So doors and hatches, doors, place another cap door there. This is not a safe location at all, but it'll at least get this sort of started. Let's get everything down here while we can. We're going to place a stockpile in this zone. So we'll just go and do a plus, and this will be a catch-all. So we'll just go accept. And we're just going to go and do everything basically for here. So just go and click on all. What we don't really want is stone. So we'll just go back and just click on customize. So it doesn't bring down corpses or refuse. We still don't know if it's a reanimating biome or not, which could be a dangerous thing. We will get rid of stone just so we don't actually use that one through there. So no stone will be brought here at this stage. Even wood is not something I don't really want to be bringing down here, so I'm just going to go no wood as well, even though we do need the wood that's up the top. So I'll just start to bring down everything else other than the wood, because we should be able to start to build a lot of stuff now just with the with what we actually do have. So we'll start to, and then we'll just do our best to sort of control this. So let's just go back up the top again, just while they start to dig all this stuff. So people will now start to drag everything in off the wagon. Now, what happened there? Did they all freak out? They're conducting a meeting. No job. No message there about the dangers. Ah, here we go. So they actually have been interrupted by a harpy corpse. But they're not fighting yet. So there is actually so they have been interrupted. Time for the military to now go back in again. So now we just go back in. Now the harpy corpses have come. Oh, wow, there we go. It's just flying directly above us. All three of them. Right. Now we need to wait until these all disappear. But we may need to try to kill these if we can. So this is a harpy corpse, 128 years old, healthy. It's got rotten slime all over it. Health-wise, yep, it's lost its vision, etc. Description, like basically all of this is just a rotting husk of a harpy that's still flying around. Skills, we probably won't know much at all at this stage. So yeah, unfortunately, under the health, the description is all we really actually get to have. This is killing these could be really hard. I've got no idea. The skunk I'm not too concerned about if the skunk is close by. He's not really. He is getting close. Okay, at the moment, our military think that they're peasants, but they're not. They now need to go and do a station order. So I'm going to go and position them outside here. So they're just going to station there. They've already got all their equipment when they do come in. I'm going to have to now get everyone else inside in here. So this is going to have to be like our sort of safe zone coming through here. Who's that? That's Punkas going back up the top. We'll go and set up a zone. So there's a few things we now need to do. Because this is such a dangerous location, we haven't sighted any dinosaurs yet, no. We're just still trying to survive the entry into our little location. If we go and place the zone, so we go and place a zone in here initially for the animals, pen or pasture. So let's just go and create like a pen or pasture zone, basically back in here, accept. And so if we then just go and, I can DF hack assign, or I can just assign. So I can just go in and just go plus. And really I want everything down in here, all the turkeys and all of the animals. Just get them inside, just so that they're sort of out of the way. The other thing I need to do is create like a safe zone for my fortress, which is also going to be down in here. So we go to burrows in this case, and we go and add new burrow. I'm just going to go and draw this one in. So we'll end up sort of drawing this one, maybe even a bit bigger, so we can do a little bit of stuff while we're in here. I want to sort of start to, I'm going to have to secure this fortress really, really well, and it's going to be difficult to do this. So the symbol, I'll just do like a heart for this one, which is sort of that one there. And we'll just make it so that we end up with green colours. We'll go with a sort of like a brightish green there, or thereabouts, and then the background, I'll just make that more of a muted green, just so I can sort of see through it. It's a bit hard to see actually. Just come back this way a little bit. I just want to be able to sort of at least hopefully see through it a little bit. The symbol, I'll just make that also a bit more muted. I'll go back up here. That'll do. So this is going to be our safe zone. So we'll just go and accept that. So basically, I can flood fill it if I needed to as well, but I'll just go and accept. And this one's going to be safe, called safe zone, or just safe will do. So And what this will end up, so by doing this one, I can then go and generate I can configure the civilian alert to rush down into this zone when there's a problem. So I need to get everyone down here. Once that's down here, I'm going to try to extract the military as well, if I can do it. Unfortunately, having all those harpies floating around up the top is going to be difficult. So we'll just right-click that one. We've got the zone. So we're just going to go into here. So the zone that we're going to have is, so choose the burrows where you want your civilians to hide during danger. Safe. This I can now activate. So that's now my zone. And so sound the alarm. Citizens will run to safety. So we're going to activate that one. And so it's not all clear. So we now actually have this thing showing up at the bottom here, this civilian alert. But they're all outside. They're all outside and they've all run away. It's got some animals that are inside, which is good. And then we've got military, which has to now sort of go and get activated. And so they've all run away over here and will possibly keep on running all the way up to here somewhere before they try to get back down. Our military's going to have to fight its way through to get there. So we've got Began the woodcutter, orangutans the farmer, sick. There's Resmelin there and Klingzog. Where's the other military? There. So we've got Supreme Plague coming up the stairs. So Supreme Plague should get there first. Let's just keep it going a little bit. Oh, here's the Harpy. So we're now going to start to see the fighting. I'm going to do this one just literally click by click because we are going to need, actually, we've still got one injured citizen. We'll just do this one bit by bit here. So at the moment, the Harpy is fighting, and we can literally just sort of go and unplug things. So Began has run across to here. Began will fight because he's got a weapon. Same with the guys with the picks. They'll also fight if they have to. But they won't go out of their way unless they've got like a rush of blood. So Resmond has become militia commander. That's fine. They've all been interrupted. So if we go back to where the Harpy is fighting, so if you just click on this one through here, or even Began, we'll see what actually went on through here. So the Harpy corpse misses the woodworker. The Harpy corpse snatches at the woodcutter in the neck with her first toe, bruising the fat through the wool dress. So Began's sort of shirt has essentially sort of stopped the. It's been bruised by this particular thing. Let's just go and press the full stop key, which is going to then sort of step things through bit by bit. So the next thing we're going to have is going to be another attack coming back in. So this is the one Harpy. If I just go back up, there's another Harpy right there, right near Began. Where's the third Harpy? There, way up in the air. So they're a bit up in the air. Let's just keep it going because we've got these three different fights. So let's just keep things sort of happening down this way, running away. Another one coming back down to attack Began. So we've got another one now coming in. So Orangutans is now fighting as well. Let's just have a quick look and see what's happened in here. So Harpy attacks the farmer, but she jumps away. So Orangutans is then sort of saying, I was attacked by the dead. This is truly horrifying. So anyway, that's where we are. We'll just have to wait now and see how far. It's going to take a long time for these guys. This punk ass sort of making his way up. Where is Supreme Plague? Is still down there. Supreme Plague is still trying to get up the top. Resmelin's still trying to get across as well. Now Resmelin may still be running away. Yeah, come on. Well, actually what I might do is I might just get them to attack these Harpies. Just give them an actual kill order. Hang on. There we are. Just cancel. Confirm. Kill the Harpy corpse. Okay, guys, come on. So we'll just having a look. What we don't want to see is blood. Here comes the horse for whatever reason. Who's fighting now? So Began is fighting again. Began's running over here, so they're sitting. Began's jumping around all over the wagon. Are all three? The horse is now fighting. So it's been hit, just tearing the fat back in through there. Just go back out. Expedition leader, so Sick is fighting. So snatches at the expedition leader in the left lower leg, bruising the muscle. Okay, it does bend the left knee. So sickly, it says, I was attacked by the dead. This is truly horrifying. There we go. Began is also now being attacked again. Began's got a fair bit going on here. So didn't I say that Began always ends up dying first, or dying horrifically? So I think Began's dead here. I mean, it's just by force of what happens usually in these things. Okay, so this one here is attacked by the dead. This is truly horrifying. This is my fight too. This might require an answer. So there we go. Cannot just stand by. This might require an answer. So Began is getting his courage up. He actually has got his axe, and so he should start to swing it a little bit. So yeah, cannot just stand by. So it looks like he may enter the fight. So it looks like he's got a little bit of a heroic sort of streak in him. That's Began. The harpy is fighting again. Orangutans. Again, just jumping away, just avoiding the fight through there. I'll just get rid of this. So I've got a new sort of baseline. So we've got a few little things actually happening. There's Began again. Who's still fighting? The horse, and Began is fighting, but not the harpy at this stage. So Began may have actually had a crack at this. No. No, that's okay. We didn't get anything with the harpy at this stage. Come on, I need the military to get up here very, very quickly. Okay, Began's made his way down into the. Hopefully he can run down through. But where's this harpy? It's not there. It's on this same level. So they're right over the top of the hatch. So we need Began to rush down, or we need the others to try to sneak past if they can. Still there. I'll just let it go forward a little bit until we start to see maybe a little bit of jumping around. Began's jumped off there. Where the hell is that harpy? There. It's gone up in the air again. Where's the third one? Oh, there it is. No, it's still right on there. So we've still got the harpy. So if we have a look at, we've got all three harpies now fighting. So Klingzog is fighting now as well. Oops, hang on. Have a bit of a look and see. Attacks the miner, but jumps away. That's okay. Sick is, snatches at the expedition leader in the right lower arm. Bruising the fat through there as well. And then we've got Began as well, still keeping on fighting in through here. Began hasn't hit back yet. So the Harpy Corpse attacks a woodworker, but he rolls away. So he's now he stood up straight away, which is good. They're actually sort of tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. I need these military guys right here. You know, I should have actually just done it more slowly and kept all the military just literally on station. That's why I put them on station around here to protect this whole zone. Began's not hitting with his axe. You just need to start making some hits here, guys. We're not seeing any blood anywhere. These little drop downs mean that they're on the ground. So orangutans is now on the ground. Began's not anymore. The llama is on the ground. We'll probably see a few other little things happening. I'll just let it go for a little bit longer. And we're still waiting on these guys. So Supreme Plague is still making his way up. This one's slowly making his way up. It just takes time for them to move. What about Resmelin? Where the hell is he? There, coming back now. Long, long way away. Okay, let's keep it going. So I'm not seeing any actual blood here. Let's have a bit of a look now and just sort of see what's happening from each of the harpies. Oh, just right-clicked. I can still click on the actual harpies and look at their histories. So in this case, the Harpy Corps snatches the expedition leader, and so and then is that orangutans? I forget who the expedition leader is. Knocked her over. Attacks a woodworker. That's Began. Snatches with the leg. Force pulls the knee. Okay, so Began is still jumping around all over the place. So that might have been, that's Sick. Sick is the expedition leader, so that's that harpy there. This harpy here, we'll just go back and make sure we click on the actual harpy and look at their history. So again, nothing fighting back just yet. It's all this orange stuff. Snatches at the farmer, tearing the fat. So we're going to have minor scratches at this stage, so nothing too bad. This harpy here in the air is just has tried to have a few cracks at the miner, but hasn't really done much. Let's keep it going until we start to see a bit more movement, and maybe we just keep on going until we see a bit more blood. In fact, we can see through here that Sick has now lost her shirt. So and now she's stunned, bleeding, and injured. This is not good, guys. Health-wise, what's happening here? In fact, let's have a quick look and see what's actually happened through the sun. So it knocked it over. Tearing the muscle, snatches at the expedition leader's right leg, bruising the fat. The spider silk dress is ripped to shreds. So the harpy's claws are snatching and scratching at it. So that's actually where that is. So Sick is stunned, bleeding, and injured. So we just go back, and we haven't got any of our military up yet. So it's all four non-military dwarves are fighting, and the military is still making their way up. Okay, we'll just go back into health and description, and we'll see that there's a lot of damage now, sort of starting to be coming through. Anyway, let's keep it going. We'll see. Just wait until we start to see some blood on the ground, I think. And we'll just watch what actually happens here. So I'm just pressing the full stop key just to sort of get things going. She's now jumped across, still on her feet. Everyone is, no, actually they're not all on their feet. So if we have a bit of a look at this one through here, we've got orangutans is overwhelmed by horror. Look at the health here again as well. So just a small little cut there, nothing at all like what Sick's going through. Sick is stunned and injured. This one's still healthy. Llama is injured now as well. The turkey is injured. How far away are the others? Klingzog has made it past and is healthy. Began has made it past. Okay. Gruesome wounds. I must not succumb to fear, but let's just have a quick look and see. Yeah, his left hand is cut open. Left hand is bruised. Okay. Then we've got then Supreme Plague is still making his way up the stairs. Punkass has just gone a couple of steps across. No one's in the bottom of the fortress just yet. Hopefully these other guys won't go back up the top. They should, because we've got the civilian alert on, they should be rushing down now. So that's two to safety, hopefully. And we're going to have a lot more injured citizens as well. So we're going to be struggling here for a little while. Let's just keep it going. The harpy's right over the top now, blocking the entrance. Now, Sick just fell over. Who's this one here? This is orangutans just rolled out of the way. All three harpies are attacking in here now. Now we've got bleeding, nauseous, and injured. Health-wise, yeah, there's just lots of cuts everywhere, just scratches. And all the clothing is being ripped to shreds here as well. This one here, we've got the health. Ability to stand has been lost. This isn't good. Right foot is cut open. Her right foot is oozing blood. The right foot is bruised. Upper body is cut open. Her upper body is bruised. Her right lower leg is cut open. Okay, so right upper arm is oozing blood as well. So she's in a bad way. So we've got two of citizens. Here comes Resmelin coming across. It'll take him a long time. Where's the others? Come on. God, this punk ass. There he is, Supreme Plague right there. Still two away. Still two staircases away. So we'll just wait until they sort of arrive. Let things go. I think orangutans is going to die. Unless the military can really get here and do some big damage here. Yeah, they're both on the ground. You can see the little drop downs. Come on, Resmelin. Come on, guys. Come on. You have to pick up the pace here. This this turkey is also injured. Yep, sort of been cut to shreds by the harpy. Okay, rolled out of the way. This one's nauseous, pile of vomit. There is actually a bit of sick's blood there. There's actually blood. There is blood around. There's horse blood. There's all sorts of stuff. Where's the horse? The horse made it back down, I think. Okay, Klingzog's finally getting it down into the bottom here. Began's making his way down. Punkass is moving up past the horse. Supreme Plague is now literally just one tick off this one here. So we should have the hatch should fly open, and Supreme Plague should end up in the fight. So let's have a quick look and see. Horse, the woodworker, Began, this is all old fighting stuff. Let's now just go and right click on that one because we can see what's happening in through here. The military is now finally coming in, to help out. Something's still on the outside. Supreme Plague is right here. It's still this orangutans and Sick are the two that are fighting here. They're on the ground. God, we're going to have a really hard time. I'm just thinking, how on earth do we actually, even if we save these people, how are we going to? We don't have any beds. We don't have any wood underground to make beds, so we can't make a hospital. We're in a lot of trouble. Here's Supreme Plague. He's just opened. He's thrown the hatch open, and so the harpy. We're still not seeing Supreme Plague in it. Let's just now right click. We should now start to see Supreme Plague start to smack at this harpy that's here, and hopefully open the way to allow these guys back in. But they will tend to focus on, like these harpies are both clawing all over Sick. Stunned, nauseous, pain, bleeding, pain, injured. I think Sick is in trouble. I think Sick is in trouble here somehow. Yeah, so we're going after this harpy here. I think I'll still just keep that going, just because they will actually then go off to the other harpies as well. So we'll just try to get Supreme Plague to smash this one here. There we go, we're getting a few little fights now. Spear Dwarf, Supreme Plague is now fighting, so we'll just have a quick look and see what's he done. So the Spear Dwarf stabs the harpy corpse in the upper body with a copper spear, tearing the muscle. The copper spear is lodged firmly in the wound. Good. So we've sort of now got the spear is, we're going to start doing damage, but it's going to take a long time to do this. So Sick is still fighting. Sick has actually now had a lot of problems, as you can sort of see through here. Yeah, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Okay, well, I'll just keep them. I'll try to get them to kill one at a time. Somehow I have to try to get orangutans. This orangutans is relatively healthy, but still in the ground. Okay. Don't know what that llama's doing up there. He's injured, but just get downstairs, guys. Get downstairs. You'll be okay. The military is here. Where's Supreme Plague gone? Don't tell me he's gone. Oh, here comes Punkass. Okay, we've got Punkass there, so he's now here. Yeah, Supreme Plague is right on this location. And we're still going to see more things happening in through here as well. So just go back across and have another quick look. So in those few little things, the harpy corpse strikes the spear dwarf, but the shot is blocked with the shield. Pulls on the copper spear, gains possession of the copper spear again. The spear dwarf stabs the harpy corpse in the upper body, tearing the muscle. Strikes again, but blocked with the shield. This is what we want. This is what we want. So spear dwarf stabs the harpy corpse in the right foot. Ligament has been torn. Spear dwarf stands up. So the spear dwarf may have rolled out of the way of something. And then the harpy corpse misses the spear dwarf. So this is the sort of thing that we're looking for. Now we've got Still got Supreme Plague. So Supreme Plague orangutans is also, this is our farmer. Hasn't had anywhere near the trouble. Okay, the leather pants have now been ripped off. So the harpies are keeping on snatching at these guys. So the farmer's yelling out, "Help, save me." We also then have the expedition leader sick. Is in a bad way. I'll have my revenge. So, and then vomits. I just love the detail in this. Now, Resmelin has now come back in. I'm sort of tempted to go back and try to save this, but I think we've just got to focus on one at a time. I think Sick is almost going to have to be sacrificed here. Sorry, Sick. Well, not that we had any real choice. Let's keep it going. So we'll just keep it going forward a little bit. Okay, Spear Dwarf has now jumped off. All three should now be smacking at this this one here. We can see down through there we've got the Hammer Dwarf is Punkas is fighting now. Spear Dwarf is fighting and Mace Dwarf is fighting. So we'll have a quick look. So bashes now it's the Hammer Dwarf and the Mace Dwarf which will do the undead damage. So bashes the Harpy corpse in the upper body with Copper Mace bruising the muscle. I have a part in this. This might require an answer, he yells, and then bashes the corpse in the lower leg, fracturing the bone. Ligament has been torn. Harpy corpse twisted. Strikes at the militia commander, but the shot is blocked. So that's a good start there. So these guys are the ones that can smash their heads straight away. So they can get fast results. Punka's Beach is bashes the... okay, this is what we want. So we've got the bashes the Harpy corpse in the head with the copper worm. We have to destroy the brain, bruising the muscle and fracturing the skull, but it still didn't destroy the brain. The force bends the neck. A tendon in the upper spine has been bruised. Now the undead don't suffer from any sort of real damage that does go on. I think what I can do is I don't know if I can get individuals to go off and fight. If I go into, I might get Resmelin to go and attack this one over here. So that he can kill that Harpy. The other two can still focus on this one here, although in reality this is no longer the threat. So maybe I'll go back to the squads and get them all to kill these Harpies. Because orangutans has been able to roll out of the way. Yeah, let's go back to the squads. We'll just get the whole lot to... now got multiple orders. But let's go back and just give them all the order to kill that particular Harpy. So we'll start to sort of move across. They'll still fight where they're close, but we'll try to get our way across to help Sick out. Ah, look at that. We've done it. So that was a fast move. Now, Sick has now dropped the what's happened here. So if we have a quick look and see what actually happened in this instance, the Harpy is fighting. We can see what sort of happened in here. So the Harpy was doing all the attacking initially, and then meets our military. Oh, still going after Sick. Sorry. So it's ripping Sick's clothing to shreds. So there's that Harpy there. Don't tell me this turkey hen got the kill. No, that's okay. Just stood up. That's okay. Began, that'll be throwing up or something. Yeah, it fell over. But Began's downstairs, I hope. Supreme Plague. What have you done here? Looking for the brain, upper spine. So gaining control of that there. This Harpy. Let's have a look and see what's happened in here. This is also the one going after Sick, I think. Yeah, this is one that's ripping the shoes to shreds now as well, the cloth shoes. Punka's Beach looks like may have got the kill, potentially. Nope, that's still the same one there. Harpy is fighting. Bashes the corpse, bruising the... Spear Dwarf bashes the Harpy corpse in the head with the shaft of her copper spear, bruising the muscle. Who got the kill? Who's the one with the kill? Militia commander. So this is Resmelin. Bashes the harpy corpse in the head with his copper mace, and the injured part is crushed. So that's one corpse down. So one harpy destroyed. That's good. So we can now go on to the next one. We try to save sick. So in we go. So that's now two harpy corpses. We'll just go and press the full stops, and so we'll move across. Here we go. We're now fighting again. So we'll just right click this one so we end up with another starting point. What's the horse doing back up the top? What are they thinking? Okay, we're back to working again, which is what we want. Now Beacon should be coming inside. Civilian alert is still on. Okay. All right, so we'll see if we can get through these and rescue everyone. So Resmelin is jumping around now, so we'll have a quick look and see. So Sick is still fighting. We'll just have a quick look at the two harpies. So Resmelin is the only one that's actually sort of striking in through here. And again, okay, so smashing at the head again. So Militia Commander bashes the harpy corpse in the head with his copper mace, bruising the muscle, fracturing the skull, but it's not enough to kill it. So harpy corpse misses the Militia Commander. This is good. They're actually now going after the militia and leaving Sick alone. So if we have a bit of a look and see what Sick maybe is just vomiting or something at the back end here. Nope, snatches again. So one of them is still going after the expedition leader. All right, and yeah, Sick is still on the ground. Orangutans are still on the ground. All right, so in we go again. Oh, another one down already. This is incredible. Resmelin's doing such a great job here. So if we have a quick look at Punka's Beach. Okay, the Hammer Dwarf fell over. That happened a while back. Just go back in here again. Look at Resmelin. Yep, so bashes a harpy corpse in the head with a copper mace, and the injured part is crushed again. So that's 2 kills now to Resmelin. Whew, this is good. This is very, very good. If we have a look at the military kills, 2 zombie harpies in full gold. There we go. 2 kills, 2 notable kills. So doing very, very well here. Doing my part. Yes, you're doing your part indeed, Punka's Beach. You're still sort of getting there. The others, so we've got one more harpy. Okay, let's go after it. Kill that harpy. Confirm. So we'll just keep it going. Resmelin may finish it off before the others get here, but we have to try to then protect Sick if we can. There we go. Bang, done. See, we got the kill there as well. Bruising the bone, left foot. Nope, that's not it. Must be Resmelin again, I guess. 3 kills. 3 for 3, yes, there it is again. So you can see there, this is where things are interesting in terms of the different equipment that they've got. The mace and the hammer are blunt weapons, and so they've been able to crush the heads very, very quickly of the undead, rather than having to sort of fight them completely, whereas Supreme Plague actually did a lot of fighting with the spear, but the spear doesn't do these killing blows the same way. It's good against living things, but not against these so much. So we've now got, so that one's now there. Sick is still here. Injured and overexertion. Now, it's saying that orangutans is healthy, but that's the ability to stand has been lost. Let's have a look at Sick. Ability to grasp and overexerted, so just very, very tired. Right, we need to now rush some other things. Let's clear the civilian alert. Where the hell is this skunk? Oh, it's very close. All right, I'm going to send the military after this. Let's just go and right-click and get rid of that. All right, so we'll kill this one off as well. The skunk is not a big animal. The harpies they were easier than I thought they were going to be. I wasn't sure what we're going to face there. An undead creature is 3 times stronger than its living counterpart. So we're going to go and confirm the fight against the skunk corpse. That will then free up our time outside. So I'm going to now clear the civilian alert, and before we do anything, I want to go and make sure that we go and make some beds. So we've got hatch covers and doors. Let's just go and make bed. Make bed. I'll get, say, 4 or even 5 of them. So we need, like, that's something that we desperately need back in through here. While we've got no hostiles on the map, I'll kill this one off. So let's just unpause. Here they come. Gee, Resmelin moves fast when he wants to. See, the others are still moving down that way. They're just slow. Beacon's back up there storing items. That's okay. So we'll see what happens if Resmelin's moving very, very quickly. Smacked it straight away. So, yeah, this skunk is fighting. That's good. So, yep. So everyone now has just become a peasant again. So got no special orders. So that after that particular fight, they're all ready to go back again. So, yep, no job. So they're going to start to move things back down. Now the corpses. This harpy in particular is now going to be blocking. We can't lock the door, I don't think. Oh, we can, actually. We can. I didn't think we could. So we're going to have to be much more now there's 5 hostiles on the map. Are they all just down there? They've literally only just come in. Okay, what are they? These are giant crow corpses. Now, when an animal is a giant, see how it's coming off the bottom, the terrifying area? These are, this is where we're going to get the monstrous creatures from. This is where we're going to get the undead zombie, what is it? I think we're in an animating biome no matter what. So, but this is actually, but giant creatures, we can't deal with these. So we're going to have to keep an eye on them, but we're going to have to keep on trying to do as much as we possibly can to build up what we can and then go underground. So we're going to have to sort of try to get everyone just doing what they were doing before. I'll keep the harpy corpses where they are. I won't sort of try to deal with them. Let's just let things develop. It's now raining rotten slime again. We know that that's not going to kill us. There's 10 hostiles on the map now. Damn it, what else have we got? Heaps of these crows. Heaps of them. What I might do is I can just follow one of them and just see what it does do. I think I'm just going to have to let the slime fall where it is. It may not be right over where we are. It just happened to be where we were there before. It can't injure. It can't do anything else there. They're still all just retching or whatever. I'll just let that one go. With this one through here, this particular creature, I can actually just watch it. So I'm just going to go and keep tabs on these and just see where they fly to. See, they're all flying in a flock, but they're down the bottom here. If they come up, I'll then go inside. But at the moment they're staying down the bottom here. Let's just go and pause. We'll just press escape. This is our 7 injured citizens because of the weather, but we have to keep on going with what we're doing. We've really got no real choice here. Klingsor, what the hell are you doing? I must have screwed up here. Labour menu, minus. Only selected do this. Yeah, that should be right. That should be it. Hang on, only selected do it, but I need Klingsor to only do this particular. Oh yeah, I need to lock that in. So this worker is specialised and will only do tasks that match the workshop assignments, work details and occupations. So that's what we want there. Sick, I'm going to try to get underground. Actually, Sick's still alive. So that's 7. 2 of them are really, really unhappy now. Okay, so I'm going to put both Sick and the others in there. What have we got in here? Still trying to make beds. I'll get the 2 miners just working downstairs. Let's go down the bottom here again. Yeah, I need them to dig this out. Like this has to be dug right out. And the others can then just sort of do their thing. Let's find those again. Unpause. That's getting a bit close for comfort. Yep, too close for comfort now. So we'll go back downstairs and close up shop. So now nobody is actually a nobody. God, the beds. Got one bed. I really need this downstairs. Oh boy, got Began making beds now as well. These giant crows I can't really contend with. So I think what we'll do is we'll activate the civilian alert, get everyone downstairs. I don't know if we've built that door yet. We have, great. Okay, and so these guys will just keep on sort of doing what they're doing. We don't have any wood down here, unfortunately. We just need to keep on digging this stuff out, to be honest. Again, everything is sort of set up in through there. We'll let that one slide where that is, and then we'll just wait for things to sort of end up coming back, like until the outside is safe. Just get everyone downstairs. All right, so there shouldn't be anyone else outside here. If I lock this door now, it's now forbidden. The crows can't get past that door. There's heaps of injured citizens. Hopefully Sick isn't too badly injured. Certainly the harpies scratching her was not great. Supreme Plague is fairly slow. Actually, I just noticed with the movement. Okay, the others are all coming back in here now. All right, we're sort of stuck in here for a little while. So we're just going to dig all this out while the others do practically nothing. So we'll just let everyone sort of make their way in. Yep, forbidden area, that's okay. Why are they out there? See, that's not a safe zone. They shouldn't be out there. This is a safe zone in here. They should be back this way. In fact, now that I've got the door closed, I can actually clear the civilian alert anyway. And we've got nothing on the staircase, nothing outside, except for those crows. So what we'll do is we'll just try to work our way inside until we need to. I'm going to be wanting to create an area like an actual entrance to the fortress, I think. So we'll sort of said no one assigned it. Oh, hang on. No, if we activate the civilian alert. Citizens net run to safety. They all did run down there. Like it did work. They don't have to be assigned to it for this to work. Alerts are different to, like, burrows are not just used for safety. I mean, I tend to only really use them for that. They're also used a lot for actually getting like work areas for your dwarves, so that they actually stay. Like, so they get assigned to like if we have a really deep fortress with maybe we split the fortress into two different groups. We can actually have a burrow where there's dwarves that just stay in one zone and work, like they may be working the mines while other dwarves sort of work the top of the fortress. So we can do different things with that. Let's continue on. We need to get both. Well, Sick is really not all that well. Bloody hell. A pool of horse pus, llama pus, things I was mine's dwarf pus, 6 pus as well. They've all got pus. It's all this rotten slime everywhere. Sick is, I don't know how, it says injured. Health. It says no health problems, but that's not really going to be what we expect. Look at all this. I mean, really, like lips mangled beyond recognition. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad, and we don't have any capacity here to build a hospital. There is one other option. There we go. 6 are moving pretty well, and they both are mining now. This will make them a bit happier as well, ultimately. They can't go up the top. Actually, there we go. The injuries are now disappearing. I think Sick will be injured for a while. Yes, look, these guys are right above us. So, yeah, luckily we don't have anyone outside. So we're okay-ish. So the undead crows are now like sort of knocking at the door. Now, for when things sort of do get developed in here, I think what I might do is this could be the entry into the actual main part of the fortress. Now, some of the animals are struggling here. That one's healthy. She says that one's healthy as well. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. It's just lying down. Like, this is actually where we've sort of set up where we put all the animals at this stage. But we're going to make, this will be sort of like the main entrance into the fortress ultimately. So I'm just going to let them dig their way through here. And I'm then going to create like a zone beyond this. So we're going to keep on digging in here. I'm going to create, well, I'm going to go down a little bit and then come back up. So I'm just going to go and create like a top zone in here. So we'll let them build this as well. Now we've got some food down here, which is good. So we've got a little bit of that. We are safe in here. Now, the safest way to sort of have things where you lock certain areas of the fortress off is to create like a bit of a, it's almost like an airlock type system, where if you can come up, I think certain invaders will struggle if they have to come back up against a hatch cover. I don't know if they've changed that in the game. They may have changed it, but I'm just going to assume that that's still happening, still active. So we're going to go down maybe, say, 3 layers. I'm just building a staircase down. We'll build this one then so that it ends up being a bit open. Actually, we may make a bigger staircase. Yeah, I might make a bigger staircase, actually. I'll do that big. Just going down, and then we'll have some ways for them to then sort of come back up again. Just go back up the top here. In one sense, we don't have any screaming rush to do things. It's raining. The weather is now cleared. Where's the animals? Oh, sorry, there we go. Still got 10 hostiles, which are now sort of heading off away from where we are. I'm still not happy with doing too much just yet. We could come back out and pick up all the stuff, make the beds and stuff. Citizen is sick. Sick is going to be injured for a while. Anyway, they're digging the staircase down. Let them keep on building down until we get down to this bottom layer. And then we're going to come up. It's raining rotten slime again. Yep, nothing up the top. While those giant crows are around, I'm not going to go there. The giant animals only come from the terrifying biomes, by the way, or from the untamed wilds, which is where the dinosaurs will come from eventually as well. So this is sort of like going to be the area that then gets us into the main entrance of the fortress. And so I'm just going to go and build another entrance down this way, and then we're going to build a upstairs here. And so this is ultimately going to be how we, as I said before, how we sort of get into the actual fortress itself. So I might go that way rather than that one. Let's have like a single door there, just so we can have different areas we can then start to protect in the fortress. So we'll dig this area out. And I don't know about, so we want to go up in this case. I think it makes more sense just to have a single area. It's going to be a bit of a choke point, but it is going to be a fairly secure location into the fortress itself. And then from here, we can then actually sort of start to dig the areas out. We can start with our first corridor, which sort of comes into the fortress itself, a doorway there, and then open up this area into here for other things. So, and then maybe we just have sort of like basic storage in here or whatever else we want to do. Let's just go into this location, make a big storeroom there. So just get things ready for when we're doing things. We can't go higher up, but we'll end up sort of then going back down deeper into the fortress again at the end of this particular corridor. But we'll make this sort of like the top of the fortress. It may be sort of like where we maybe even put taverns or something like that eventually. But let's just dig there for now until these hostiles all leave the map. Another thing we can do is to, yes, they're just digging this stuff out. Another thing we can do is to set up we're going to actually need to set up like the workshop layer. I'll probably do that on a different layer. There's no screaming rush now that we've sort of got everyone in safety. In fact, you can see there's no injuries anymore. So if we have a look at the health description, so neck is torn open, dented. So we're getting scarring. There's just lots of scarring on Sick. So Sick survived. Got no clothes, but did survive. We'll probably have to get down as well. Actually, one thing we're going to need to do is to get water, and so we're going to need to use the Aquifer for that, or we crack open the bottom of the fortress. That might be the safest way to do it. Got magnetite. That's good. That's iron. So we've got magnetite through here, ore of iron. This is going to be useful. So we'll just get these guys to sort of start to push forward with all of this. We are going to need to go downstairs. Actually, 9 hostiles. They're leaving the map, which is good. Wow, we made it, guys. We made it. So, yeah, mangled mouth doesn't stop Sick from mining. Absolutely. No, that's that's good. We're finding some gems as well. This will make them actually happy. There's still 2 that are really unhappy, but everyone else is actually accepting of where they are. It's actually not too bad. 8 hostiles. They're slowly leaving the map. Where are they? They're way over here. I'm glad we didn't go up and sort of tempt fate there at all. Six hostiles, 5. Still a few of them on the map. But they're sort of heading off into other areas. So these are about the size of a horse. So that's sort of like when you see giant creatures like this. We'd probably be able to take one of them on. There's 3, 2. Oh, look at this. So we've actually now got this has got smoke happening in here for some reason. I don't know why. It's running rotten slime. So what's causing this? I've got no idea what's causing that. Oh, here we go. Now we've got a cow moose coming in. So we've got this is again just a normal animal type creature. but it's still going to be very hard to kill. But it's going to be a little way off before it really does come into where we are. I think we now risk it, guys. I think we open the gates. We'll unlock, make it passable, and try to get them back in here again. Let's try to get the initial beds. Just go and create some beds along here and create our first little hospital just in this particular zone. So again, the others are still mining away. Where are they? They're going to be down in here now. So they're slowly sort of getting through this particular area. What we might do is also just put some temporary locations in as well, in these sorts of zones, just so we can sort of deal with stuff. Just go into workshops. We'll start with the stoneworker. Just make them out of dolomite because we have access to that one. We want to bring wood in as well. I might just create a wood stockpile just here. I'll get rid of it eventually, but I'll just leave it in around here somewhere. Okay, accept, and just make that one wood, just so we can bring stuff down. We definitely need some wood inside. So that way they'll start to sort of bring things down, and I'll still go back down into this first catch-all area, go to the stockpile, and view the stockpile and just make it bigger. Make it cover all of this. Let's have it go that way for now. Just so the others can sort of go back up top. I think I prefer to keep sick underground for now. Who's our doctor? It's not vegan. Yeah, it's orangutans. Now we've got the animals as well. We're going to need to deal with them. We still don't know if this is an animating biome or not, so we've got no idea. We've got all 4 turkeys down this way as well. So that's all sort of happening. Got one door there. Let's have a look at the hostiles. So what have we got? We've got more harpies. Bloody harpy corpses. They're everywhere. So the other ones have all left. I don't know what this smoke is. This is as if there's something that's a hidden unit that we don't know about that has somehow caused fire. And is it like a hidden dragon or something? I've got no idea. It's dissipating. It's fairly high. It's going up. It goes a long way up. It's like a puff of something that's actually happened here. Let's just go back to our location. Here they come. Still just grabbing stuff off the top. What the hell is the horse doing up top here? It's trying to eat, I think. I'm going to need to deal with them. I'm going to create little rooms for the animals initially. So they're still building the stuff in here, which is okay. Alright, let's just check our hostiles out. It's still a fair distance away from where we are, so I think we're okay at the moment. Let's just keep it going. Yep, someone's taking that one down. Some move a lot faster. Now we've got one bed. Begin's coming in to make more beds. Let's just come back down. And we're going to create like a little hospital zone somewhere. It can even just be in a staircase. Yeah, so 4 injured citizens because of the rain now as well. Let's go and create beds in here. We'll just go also and just go and create doors and hatches. Get a hatch there. We've got one more hatch. Beds. So this will be furniture, bed. Now I can also go into planning mode, which is what I need to because I've got no more beds. So I'm just going to go into show the planner. So in this case, I think that's all I need to do is just go and click on it, and it'll just keep on making. When it makes the beds, it will sort of make them in that zone there. So this will end up being initially our hospital zone. So we'll just go this way in here so that they can rest. That's all they can really do. They can't even clean themselves. We will need to find water, so I don't know whether to keep them sort of operating on this particular level or not. Yeah, I'll just keep it going at the stage and just let everyone else just keep on sort of building, getting the stuff from the top here. So a quick look and see, make sure they're not too close. Still a fair distance away, that's okay. F1 just takes me back to the top. Began, you don't sleep out here. Bloody hell. Fast asleep. Oh, they're getting very close now. Alright, so we can't take on the moose, but we can certainly take on those 2 harpies. We've got 1 harpy on the edge. The moose is also coming up towards where Began's sleeping. Is Began still asleep there, or has he woken up? He may have woken up. Let's have a quick look and see what they've done so far. We're going to get a little bit more in here. This is good. This is what we want. Actually, people are sleeping inside. Began has come back inside again, which is good. Nobody's really making those. Might make another carpentry area just in here as well. So workshop, carpenter. Yeah, so we've got the 3 hostiles. Yeah, no one's brought the bed down just yet. Sick doing sleep out here now as well. So a quick look around, see where they are. To the north, it hasn't seen us. That one's wandering back again. That's actually okay at this stage. How many beds have we still got in here? Too many, way too many. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go downstairs. These beds are critical just for getting things to happen. We've got 2 beds that are now made. We're going to make this a top priority, and that a top priority as well. So they're going to be built as fast as possible. The rest of this stuff is actually all right. Sick, I could actually change back to just doing sort of like random things. Let's just go back into here. Let's just change Sick off from this one through this other side. The fishing dwarf, fisher dwarves, no, I want nobody doing that. So that's not going to, I don't want anyone doing that job. The what else have we got through here? Woodcutters. We've just got Began's anyone that's a woodcutter at this stage. Hunters, we don't want anyone doing that. Planters, everyone does it. Plant gatherers, everyone does it. Yeah, that's okay. I'll leave all the other bits and pieces where they are for those work orders. Let's go back up the top again. You still asleep? Yep. Now, downstairs here, what we're going to do is block off this room, ultimately. So I'm going to place a door here. Don't need to rush that one. But I need to ultimately put the horse and the llama in there. So I'm just going to go and change, I'm just going to go back to zones again. I'm just going to go to a pen pasture. Accept, and the animals for this one will be the grazing animals. And then we'll get the door as well. It's there, and make that a top priority as well. Great. We can now go to bed. Second bed now made. Just get these beds downstairs, because that is going to give us at least we can get started with these things, which will be helpful, very, very helpful. Let's go back up the top again, just check on the hostiles. So just on the edge of the map, and far enough away not to worry us. So it hasn't been triggered by anything that we're doing. Still trying to make beds in through here as well. That's okay. Bringing wood downstairs now, which is great as well. Well, that does help us enormously. So picking up the wood from up there. Why are you moving so slowly? Rotten slime that was out there before. We'll go back downstairs again and just have one last look. I'm going to have to probably start to finish up for today, but enjoying this again. It's sort of takes a little while to get started. It always does, but at least we've actually made a start and everyone's still alive, which is the surprising thing. That's the really surprising thing. Now, with those guys locked in there, I'm just going to lock that door because they've been a bit of a pain in the ass. So if we'll just forbid that for now. We don't need, I was only building that just to sort of keep them in that room. It just means we don't have to keep on going and picking them up from anywhere. This is good. This is good what we have down through here actually. So we're getting more and more equipment down into this area. We're getting a few logs down this way. I can now start to build things if I have to. All of those have now been done. So we can start to plan ahead a little bit now actually and start to build. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to just end up sort of getting more sort of tasks. So I might do that one next time actually. Just start to get things sort of thumping along in terms of what we need for the fortress. It's still the top of the fortress is still fairly weak with what we actually have, of course, but this is it's a good start. I think we've done fairly well here. Still got to try to get things in from outside. So what have we still got in here? We've still got a lot of stuff that we need to bring in. There's a lot of things in there. Nothing much in the carpenter's workshop in here. So we could destroy that. We've still got some leftover shoes and things. Well, I think that this door is open at this stage. Oh yeah, Beacon's just come through. But we've got a couple of areas now where we can sort of save things up, and we do have this hatch here, which means we can lock down this part of the fortress if we have to. So we've got a few fail safes, which is great. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So I will catch you guys tomorrow if you're around. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.